MOUZ, they don't even know what the team's going to look like after the break. They're just playing for the now. And we'll see if that can be the difference maker today.
Was yesterday just a bump on the road to glorious legacy in the Lanxess for Vitality? Or is there more to it? They were shaken by mezii. And now up against a familiar foe in MOUZ, with Xerxon calling the shots.
Window smoke in immediately. ZywOo jumps out looking for the fight towards Connector. A very heavy lean from Vitality for this mid-brawl. The bomb loose over towards B apartment, so you won't see a commitment just yet from MOUZ as they make their way in through the underpass, and Apex has spotted them out.
He gets that information, and now ZywOo feels like he's on a timer. The vulnerability of this walk-through under.
They're faking A. Do they drop back to deal with this?
Oh, that's the fight! And he's nailed it. Torji had his chance. The back was turned, and ZywOo just pivots into the one-tap. Effortless. Nice for Brolan. Talk about effortless. Nearly gets 3. Solid output from Brolan.
Spinks has a lot of space here. They could rotate into him, or he might even try and cut them off at the pass, because the bomb's picked up now and should go down towards the B bomb site with ease. This will be a retake situation.
Incredible output from the Swede.
I'll back these two, Xerxon and Spinks, in this 2v2.
Yeah, they should be set to collect, right? Xerxon's got it down. Spinks has already got full control of short. Feels like it's inevitable that mezii's going to go down. Just a single bullet will do it. Even finds the headshot. It is ZywOo, though. Going to be encroaching quietly from the B apartments. No, they have no idea, and so he has to nail that first shot. Now he knows exactly where Spinks is. It's not planted for him. ZywOo's not the kind of guy to hold the 10-seconder, though. Spinks can play with his food! That's beautiful! What a start from ZywOo!
Okay, that one onto Spinks as well in the 1v1. This one's personal. Once upon a time in that jersey, lifting the trophy at this very event.
Oh, it gets so awkward for him. He knows, hang on, he's short, not planted for him, but he's not going to risk it for a 10-seconder. Instead, repositions. We'll see this again. Torji fires 1 shot, maybe 2 bullets before ZywOo clicks. But it's such an effortless approach to the 1v2 as well. Spinks had to try and close the gap. ZywOo exploits that. It's going to be Vitality with the pistol win, and Apex G'd up.
Okay, well, yesterday, if people were catching the mezii game, especially on Dust2, it wasn't just putting the rounds away that they should. It was definitely when they were forcing the team into a tough spot economically. They were having a hard time converting the back-to-back and really ruining the finances. So this is a force from MOUZ.
Again with his forward stance. From pistol to the rifles out. mezii this time, the one to probe up mid, escorted by Flames.
Through underpass.
This could be a vulnerability to Flamesy. On his next glance, if he's not careful, yeah, okay, times it well. Catches Zelex. More where that came from. Rifles as well. And that's the kill Brolan needed. Catches mezii on the retreat. One back from ZywOo. Oh, the team flash. Yeah, it was perfect. Sets him up. Gives him the fight, but not ready for the jump into the window. Flamesy, they're playing off of each other lovely here. Vitality showing that team synergy. Oh, wow. Doesn't matter. The 1 HP, ZywOo's still taking fights.
Well, they knew Torji was top middle, so couldn't have gotten too far. And looks like Apex, could have had him dead to rights at a moment's time. Pivots back, doesn't want to hang around up close and personal and powerless. With the bomb loose, 50 seconds on the clock. If Torji gets any more damage done, pretty tidy. Khalil picked up, Apex finds the frag, and it'll be the 2-0 start, soon to be the 3-0. Yeah, really trying to bring some intensity today is Apex, but this needs to carry all 3 maps, right? Mirage being questioned by the desk with the mezii game. This was on a knife's edge with the timing there, so unfortunate for Zelex, the major rookie. Some solid shooting from ZywOo in the early stages of this. You wonder if June 12th is just that ruination day for Vitality at Majors. You had Austin, lost to Legacy, and then yesterday that loss to mezii. If they pick themselves back up today.
On the anniversary, no less.
Xerxon, right? The desk discussing now he's the leader of the team. Given carte blanche, I think you already had it, right? That was one of the big factors for this squad before, especially on the CT sides. It was always him and Torji extremely vocal. Brolan there just having to kind of herd the sheep, right? Okay, well, this is what you want to do. I'll set up the rest of the team around you. But now they've just given Xerxon the opportunity to make the calls himself. Brolan comes back just for the major because the roster restrictions, they made the call to change a little bit too late, which has left them in the scenario where they can only sub out 1 man. So Jimmy, he gets sidelined. Zelex gets to come in. And ZywOo looking to farm up a couple more here. So 3rd round, just a few frags away. Make it 1 more. Spinks, last man standing in through the underpass, and would love to do just a little bit of damage to keep that financial pressure on, but we will be getting into the guns in the next. There will not be a Torji AWP. And Zywo has no need to upgrade into his unless somebody goes down. So there it is, all 5 staying alive. A nice little golf clap. They're dealing with the ecos.
Let's see what Exertion's cooking in the lab for the first gun round. Get the AKs out.
I tell you, want to play on the front foot on the CT side. We just heard Exertion talking about something mid-century. It makes sense. Window top, count the standard openings. And Rops makes the jump.
He's been practicing his KZ an awful lot. Wow, we've already got first blood, and they're worse for wear up top mid. Rops, this disruptive force, he will be biding his time around that smoke. It won't last for much longer. It's starting to fade now. He commits, starts to unload his mag, needs to dip back around short just in time, calculated by Mr. Cool. It's Alex an opening death for him. Still with empty hands has the rookie.
Four rounds, 4 opening kills, and playing from a man behind now. This one is going to be tough to break back into. Will require a multi-kill from somebody. Still playing this clampdown setup, right? Nobody betted into A, nobody ticket. You've got 2 players towards short, 2 players towards con to be able to respond to this, and they are starting to saunter in down the ramp towards connector.
Spotted, and wow, precision from Torji on that rifle. Wasn't expecting mezii to have been immediately there to lend a hand and find the belated trade. mezii onto Exertion as well. Flames goes pushing. This is so disruptive from the CTs. They're just taking these fights on their terms. Easy pickings for mezii. Bomb delivered to his front door by Spinks, and now Brollan in jeopardy. One fight cleanly, removing mezii's head, flushed out by the util. But he's got 25 seconds to scoop up this bomb and come up clutch. Apex in this corner on short might be overlooked completely. Yeah, you're just not ready for it. Every time you think you've cleared out short, there's another body.
Yeah, the X-ray, sorry, it's the radar right there with the X's, all just littered around middle, not even getting close to a site. So all the fights taking place in the corridor. And this will have to be a partial bite. Can't really justify too much of an investment here. So again, no opening kills. They only got the plant on the pistol. Otherwise, it's been pretty dry in that department. This is a good shot here from Torji. Oh, looks better from over the shoulder. And we haven't seen MOUZ play Mirage at the Major just yet. They've played Dust2, Inferno, Nuke, and Overpass, so added a 5th map to that conversation. Spinks lurking A, or maybe he wants to play first to sell something. 3 through underpass again. We've seen this a couple of times early. And laid out top mid will be Exertion. This time not playing forward to be so disruptive on Vitality, so giving them a little bit more control.
Or safe disruption with the incendiaries to delay. Now MOUZ can play. That's the last of the util deployed by Exertion. Two of them into that mid-window smoke. Apex's responsibility. Understandably concerned about the gap on A as well. Flames can spot it though, so his responsibility is on window.
He's got no idea. Right, he's aware of the possibility, but just...
There you go. Oh, he got caught off. He does stabilize though. After that first miss on the burst, finding Brollan's head and drawing first blood. Wasn't ready for number 2. There's Zelex, first contribution. Zywo down after 1. Good work from Exertion. Nade follows him, 52 to work with, and a pop of the head from Robs. Flames is playing this passive now because, yeah, Spinks is going to activate, but the pressure's on them. They have to plant. They've got 25 seconds, and they have no idea where he's gotten off to. He's just been hiding out behind Ticket this whole time. 18 seconds, clock keeps ticking. Rob's trying to catch a little timing on this fight through con. And he's done it, denies the plant. They were worried about 1 towards Ticket. Instead, it's from the short side. Robs just disappears. There's no time to win the round here, Spinks. You're going to take that M4, try and bring it through to the next.
Going to swing it here.
Oh, after time.
That's just 2K in the back balance, no lost bonus.
Fucking piece of shit, mate!
And I said, it's personal, right? Apex definitely lets his feelings known about the way that Spinks approaches some of these situations. And it has been the bane of MOUZ's existence. That 11-2 record, they had 11 of those matches in 2025. This year, it's only been 2. This will be the 3rd. But MOUZ, this was a mental edge that we questioned. Could they ever get past Cologne last year? The Dust touching on it, they did. But all for naught, expending all that energy and focus just to get to the grand final and then go out with a whimper against Spirit, who are in hot form again this time. Had some questions coming into this one today. The form that Vitality have shown in the 2 best-of-3s, you can't say it's their best Counter-Strike, right? They lost a map to Foot and then losing the series to mezii. But then are they going to come in today, treat MOUZ like the whipping boys, take out their frustrations, just for pure domination, or are there really cracks to be worried about?
I think that's what this series is going to serve, to answer those questions. MOUZ losing out in a 3-map affair versus Furia to send them into this 1-1 bucket.
Just grab himself an opening kill in one of these rounds, right, to get the account going.
This is brave. A forward walk from
They're going to break the
mezii.
smoke.
It does look like it's going to be a smoke break play. Roller, unprepared for that completely. He does manage to get gun on. Does significant damage to mezii, and it was technically an opening kill. Exertion found Apex in the interim towards Connector.
Yeah, Flames with this space being highlighted by the Obs team, and ZywOo also tucked in tight. So as this rotation starts to head back, they will be calling over towards the B finish. The forward position of ropz now.
Brawler may have called, he was low in apartments, and now they're going to be stunned when a full HP ropz is in this off angle. Spinks going to try and draw the crosshair. No, he just crab walks in. That crouch costs him. Zelex good for the trade, but damage was inflicted down to 18. Now that molly could make life difficult. Got to get out of there.
Nice shot.
torji again. Headhunting, this time with the AWP. Should be set to collect now. Bombs down, ZywOo CT spawn. flamezii working on that apartment's flank.
Yeah, you've got money, so I think if you're Vitality, go fishing. See if flamezii can find anything on this flank. If there's a gap, if it's not considered, then ZywOo can activate.
Looks like he's considering it just in time. Double zoomed in. For flamezii swing, and it does connect. Limited options now for Vitality. flamezii looks to back away.
I should signal the save, but if they can do some damage here, see if you can deny this AWP, take away another rifle. The safe haven and the way out is going to have to be through short. Actually, torji picks up the AK to try and clear his way, so the tag is enough to send flamezii packing, and that will be the first round for MOUZ. There you go. Exertion provides the opener.
Terrorists win.
And MOUZ will get their first round. I know this is going to be brick by brick. You can't be too reckless about the way you get there. Important one, mezii low. He's thinking the same thing you are. If a nade comes his way, he's a dead man walking. So here we go again. Out mid for the control. ropz up into the vent. Exertion across the tap, being supported. And Brolin looking for a B pick. His task is simple. Take these fights against mezii, force out that util. torji searching up cat.
There's a good pace to this from MOUZ.
Palace has just been cleared out.
Will they be able to flush ropz or Apex out? Didn't spot anything because he spams the smoke, gets a little bit of vision towards Catwalk.
Yeah, I think ropz just a few moments earlier heard the scope of torji when he was pressed up, so that's why that support came through. Now block utility. And a similar setup as far as A goes, right? You've got ZywOo tucked in with the ult for a connector crawl. flamezii playing over towards Sandwich this time.
He goes through the connector smoke here. Exertion trying to find space towards Con. At 40-second mark. Oh, ZywOo spotted a flash of the AWPer. Nice work from Spinks and Exertion. It's flamezii overlooked for one back. He knows Spinks was towards the Tetris boxes, but still finds torji overextending. It's good back from Spinks. Should be set now. Pick up that bomb, making his way in towards the A site, and mezii looking for the lurk on Zelex. Spots him, but a clean headshot with the Kalash. Posts up number 2 for MOUZ.
Well pieced together round there for MOUZ, right? That's a scorcher of an opening shot there from Spinks, and then Exertion chips in. flamezii does well to make it interesting, but the fact he's stuck in Sandwich, 2 is more than the output he should have been getting away with. Exertion gets on the mic. I want to get ahead of this early. They'll lose the bank balance after this one, and Cyclone knows that. So 2 consecutive rounds now for MOUZ, and starting to feel things out on this T side a little bit more. You were given the good graces there to get the map control again. Zelex, great job from him patrolling and controlling the rotations in. So Zai with this shot, oh, Spinks just up towards Tetris.
It's exactly what you want from Spinks, right? He's gotten further forward than they anticipated, and Zaiwu, as soon as he gives it that sound cue, he knows what's up. You're vulnerable, you're not looking, you're not expecting. And he opened up the sight.
So.
Guys, we need to do better. It's exactly what I said yesterday, guys. We can't stay like that, okay? It's not possible.
Okay, so some of the woes of yesterday starting to creep in. AXQ being lined up this time. It's Apex on the site. Flames, he's not here to help him.
Deliberate Mag 10 on exertion. He plans to run and gun. Nothing Zaiwu can do. Apex needs help. And sidelined. He wasn't even ready. Completely unprepared for the pace out of the ramp. Exertion has turned up the heat with the call and the Mag 10.
Going to be the save call right now. Those opening kills starting to come in, and in droves. So head for the hills, Vitality. It was a comfy start, and just as we were discussing, okay, maybe it is them just turning up today to give a bit of punishment. Oh, the screws are being turned again, and this is nice for MOUZ. They're bouncing back and responding.
Yeah, it's a cool response, you know, after you've kind of proven that you can do it in middle. Mixing up the tempo completely.
2,400 lost into the next, so Apex will be able to buy himself. Or Rops can drop him. So they will be fully invested upon. Unless Apex goes, I'll just operate with St. Little, get some Kevlar and a pistol. He's got 4.5, so yeah, they'll be able to make this one work for the full bite. XS just took the timeout, so you really need to see if they can find a bounce back quickly. Exertion now providing 2 of these 3 openers, Spinks being the other one, so taking turns back to middle.
They're boosting Torshi up, trying to find something early. Apex is the one to tag up the sniper through the smoke there. He'll avoid the nade damage. Oh, messy from Robs. Couldn't find the headshot, couldn't track the movements of Exertion, so another opening kill provided by newly crowned captain Exertion. Making his move. Apex wants to find that equalizing
jump out.
frag. This is risky, this is ballsy. It's a dink onto Exertion, but he provides a second. Apex has to call from the grave now. How on earth are you supposed to rectify a 5-on-3? You need someone to step up with a multi-kill.
And right now, MOUZ are letting you make the next move. Might just have to be a gamble. Stack and Vitality go for a save again, but this is starting to look rough around the edges. The nade finds its targets. That's one way to chip back into things. Do you want to send Spinks out for the A lurk to take the space, see who's home with the rest of you grouped up and ready to go? No, they want to try and play into A with the split, and as we can see, that's the right call. Vitality find themselves on the wrong side of the map. So I can get to short. He might be able to post up and deal with them, but at this point, they're already past the line of sight for most. It's Zaiwu to drop the volley in the face. Torshi has warded him away. Whoa. He's trying to play through. Okay.
You can understand the logic there as far as hoping to catch them with their backs turned, but they even accounted for it.
Yeah, you have to save. Okay, well, that was the consideration. I think that HE maybe got Zaiwu a little bit more interested. I was taking a look at some of the stats of Vitality, right? Their opening kills have been top tier, but their multi-kills have been pretty poor as far as their standards are concerned. And that means it's also impacting their 4v5s, right? Because someone else is going to have to pick up the slack if you lose that opening kill. And now in 4 consecutive rounds, opening kills have gone to MOUZ. So slow and steady, piecing this one together, MOUZ. They had another to the tally, 5-4 one-round game. Pretty open and shut case on a lot of these now.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think you'll see Robs taking that kind of engagement again.
It's a really good sign to see Exertion finding these opening kills in space. This was one of the issues with MOUZ against Vitality throughout, was Exertion, well, not just Exertion, but the whole team essentially going missing. But when MOUZ are at their best is when Exertion is feeling the game. When he's in that flow state, when he's making moves, whether it's the CT or the T side, getting that space for the team to be able to play behind.
Okay, guys, listen. Let's make a team plans every round, please. Okay? Let's do things together, okay? It's super important, guys.
Stress building.
It is. Understandably, when you consider what's at stake for them.
selling this mid control. They really want to stop this, right? I think they're fed up of being dictated to here in middle.
Roland paths into the block smoke, and oh, that's the end of him. Apex has been given a gift there, but pressure immediately amplified on B. They've lost mezii. Zelex, ooh, goes down to Apex. That's another one for their captain, Vitality. Need to retake control, because Torji's in the apartments with the bomb, and Exertion's already taken control of the site.
This is where the Sphinx look really gets to play into things. They're not going to expect him so late, and he is miles away right now.
So late. Apex creeping and crawling apartments, Exertion considering that possibility.
This gives time to Sphinx, right?
Yeah, more and more time off that clock. He's heading towards the market flank now. As Apex arrives, so does Sphinx. Beautiful timing on that. mezii in trouble. Sure, you know where he is, but Sphinx will close it down. The latest of arrivals. Gets his backstab and gets his team all tied up versus Vitality.
And that's where I wish Sphinx would chirp back, right? It's like, hey, I thought you knew I was coming in late, right? I'm baiting, aren't I? Here I am, right on time. But I think he's more locked in and focused on grabbing the 7-5 half. Still available for MOUZ because this is a run now. 5 out the gates from Vitality, 5 back. And as I mentioned, to kick off this series, the pressure is all on one side of the server. Apex is definitely asking a lot of questions of what's going wrong right now.
I got 2.
You got to be able to remedy some of this. You cannot let a landslide go against you 7 straight rounds into the halftime break.
No, sir.
MOUZ has done the hard work. They're being respected now.
That's a lot of damage. One single HE grenade. How's Exertion and Zelex limping through round 11. Brolin versus Zaiwo on the edge of that smoke. He hasn't given it away though. There's a fight in middle that mezii able to remove. The head of Exertion for an opening. That's one back for Vitality in the opening department. And no response from MOUZ immediately. They creep up Cat. The test imminent for Robs. He's found the first effortless. Zaiwo finding Brolin, it's all falling into place. Just Torji gonna do some combat. Orpin couldn't handle every angle. mezii secures it. And so they won't allow that 7-round run all the way to halftime break.
Apex has really got his finger on the pulse so far. I know that there may be some of these rougher deaths or moments, but in terms of, understanding how the boost coming up, perforate a couple of holes through the smoke, or the way these nades are landing, and even putting his teammates in the right place in a lot of these outcomes, you can see that his urgency is there. He's top of the scoreboard for his team. 10 frags deep, missed it, Matasclare. Around to the half, this will be a Palace walk with the bomb.
A little more unusual for the close.
Yeah, but this is what I'm talking about, having the Dugs in the right place. mezii, B defender, gets freed up by Zaiwo's AWP. So he gets to play as that loose piece in A. And they have a good read of the situation because that's where the bomb will be finishing. Zelex lobs out the window smoke. Exertion will play through middle. That one's landed nicely.
Pulls a lot of attention away from that A site. You can see mezii drawn further back with the flashbangs, and now they just walk on out. mezii, unprepared. Sphinx opens up the account. Exertion still kicking up a fuss in mid. Surely can't take 2. The damage inflicted, though. That A site lost. Flying the MOUZ flag. Zaiwo and Robs left in a 2-on-4 with every reason to go for it. Last round, why not? Should be set in stone. Just trying to find their angle of approach. MOUZ playing this one by the book. They know that clock is ticking to secure a dead even half. It's MOUZ's Mirage pick after all, and they have shown us how. That's a T-side they can be proud of. It was a slow start from MOUZ, but 6-6, dead even on the half.
once again at first base is a Dren. He's going to hit the ground there. Cole. Oh, what a jumping double for Cole! What is going on right now? How does he do this? Cole is save luminosity with the all-play.
No, it's just no. We're not helping. We should not. The problem is right now at the beginning, we're not trying to help each other. We're not trying to play well CS and try to make decisions.
Yep.
We were a bit between. That's the problem. Then of course after 3 rounds we're trying to not put down, but just to say what we have to do. So that's it. Like just let's play fucking together. Let's play how we know with movement, with fucking balls, boys. Okay? Let's fucking go, my people.
Yeah.
It's all good.
The cortisol's high in that Vitality jersey because we've just seen MOUZ turn their fate around. It was a flying start from Vitality, and then MOUZ, this team that Vitality used to just push around the server like a schoolyard bully. Steal MOUZ's milk money. They're putting up the fight.
If they get this pistol, this one's on, right? Maps was hard for MOUZ to come by in this head-to-head. And this time you got a stand-in. This time you got a major rookie.
With a stand-in and a rookie, Chad.
Zach's in the right place.
Okay, Brollin's primed and ready. Can the stand-in step up? Good find. ZywOo and mezii have kept us level, but the bomb has flooded in. Apex looking to get that bomb planted, covered by ZywOo. Exertion and Spinks have partnered up on that stairs side.
It's a default plant. Consider that for the post.
Let's see if Apex can see those communications flowing. Playing off of one another with that flashbang. One's up on the staircase though. It's Exertion. Can he hit the shot? mezii can. Looking for another as well. Spinks hard to kill. ZywOo makes it so. And feels like a necessary pistol just to stop this momentum MOUZ have built up in that first half. It seems they've done enough. Torji nails the headshot onto Apex's swing here. Takes another man with him. But the compulsory pistol to stem the bleed and to put their best foot forward. Vitality take the pistol in our second half.
Yeah, again, I want to draw attention to second round conversions or against wobbly buys. It's been a bane of a lot of teams' existence here in Cologne. So let's see if Vitality can hold on to this. It will be the force buy back for MOUZ. So that's both with in the pistol highlighted there, the block smoke. That's going to make things a whole lot easier for them to be able to chip in on entry. So considering that, Vitality do a very good job of getting in, getting the bomb down, and then converting the round.
Just choosing to fight there as opposed to like play a post plant.
See, it's feeling, I don't want to say forced, but it's feeling necessary for Apex to try and bring the fire, right? This is, I guess you were hoping after yesterday it would be the wake-up call and it would get everybody singing from the same hymn sheet, but...
Well, that does seem to be Apex's complaint that they're not.
Yeah, we haven't seen the best Counter-Strike out of Vitality so far. Not just in this series, but the Major. I think if people were going to be changing their bets midway through, it's Spirit who are going to be taking everyone's affections.
Hard to argue with that.
They're playing later today against mezii for the second time this Major. So stack for the CTs was heavy over towards A, starting transition now. The util that's been shown from Vitality and the pressure being put over towards short and middle has made Exertion call the troops over towards the other side of the map.
This is where Torji's scout can be deadly as well. This kind of range, couple of tags would soften him up nicely for these SMGs, even the Deagle. mezii jumps around the corner to his demise. It's a good find from Spinks. Torji's scout gets nothing.
Nade out.
X had his nades out. Exertion unable to track him. Now pressure getting chipped away at by Rops's Galil.
Very important kill.
This pivot is everything, and he's enabled it. mezii's in trouble. Wow, does manage to find one on the double swing. It was Brollin's short side removed.
I think get the Galil and get out of there. Just hold on to this and go again into the next. This is going to be very tough to break, and you've still got plenty of rounds of Counter-Strike to play. Spinks still hanging around connectors. Alex on the fade of this smoke. If he doesn't get anything, I think at that point the save should be signaled. If he can get himself an upgrade as well, then he can drop the Deagle into the next. They can keep it competitive, but the kill there, the most important one, and if people are paying attention to the radar, right, they send mezii in first. He is essentially just a ward. He goes in, sees exactly what's on the site, and ZywOo's staying back with the bomb so he can still pivot if they are going into the stack. So basic stuff, but mandatory there as Alex will find him an upgrade. That's going to be nicely into the hands of his countryman, Torji, into the next round of play.
Just 1 minute here, I would like you just to breathe, okay? Just breathe. Breathe because on a mental note, we didn't break them yet. Okay? They're not fully broken yet.
That's kind of gangster from
Yeah.
Micro.
Yeah, good understanding of the situation too, because they were right there, right? If they ended up losing this pistol, a frustrating round.
We want to break them mentally.
All right, well, let's act over towards A again. This time, they might just stick to their guns.
Look at that mini-map. It is Rops versus the world. Obviously, hasn't announced his Palace presence. We might get a bit of friction, though.
Yeah, trap set up. Xerxes with an aid at the ready if they do get the contact. Hearing this over towards middle so far, but otherwise extremely quiet. And just take a look at left-hand side of your screen. A sheer lack of utility thrown in these early stages until now. Right on cue. Top cons smoke lands, so does window. Oh, that one. A bit of a gap. Will it cause an issue on the way up short? Big nade. Ooh. Exertion going down. Apex finds the opening incision.
Yeah, and he's not slowing down. Goes straight through for a flank, through the murder hole. Does this lead to the rest just pausing? Keeping attention drawn towards connector. Rom still has to get past that 5-7 up close. It's deadly at this range, and Bron could demonstrate that any moment here, but Apex's flank is rewarded. Torji looking the wrong way. Spinks will nail his headshot, and it's Robs that wins it out. Spinks finally failed after his double. And that's going to be another next to Vitality's name.
Nice shooting there from Spinks. Handy little double. That was just the lingering weapons carried through. So now the guns come out, and Torji will get his AWP. Not the same to be said for ZywOo. Apex wasn't happy with his calling yesterday. Let's see if he can remedy that. The pistol, the conversions, that's nice. But the gun rounds, this is where you make your money.
Whoops. Unforced error on the Molotov from mezii.
It's the best of us there. MOUZ will probably coming into play. Bit of a skyball as Exertion. Tucked in tight, so they're ready. Once the mid control starts to come in for stage 2 for Vitality, expect a fight. He is committed to this position, and he'll need assistance to get out of here.
This round really does determine an awful lot of how Mirage is going to go.
He's actually going to go for a search here. Spotted.
Okay, Flames is in trouble, gets tacked up down to 40, and Apex will accelerate upon the information. He'll rip the head off of Exertion, his counterpart, on the other side, and no immediate response. Everyone freezes. Torji gagging to find that equalizing frag here if Apex does poke his nose out. Smoke from mezii should obscure. Sit at that break. In two minds about that. It's Spinks that is playing very proactively here, and he's done very well. Catches Robs on the clears. There's another top mid. Spots out Zalex on the window side. Apex does control the Galil. Takes him through the boards and a long-range laser beam onto Zalex. Should secure the round comfortably.
Yeah, poor Brolin tucked over towards B. He's going to be lucky to stay alive right now. The bomb will get planted, and I'm sure the Hounds will be let off the leash to try and hunt this one away. Shout out to Apex in this opening kill department. I was talking about Exertion, right? The fact that he's going to be the talisman for that. Well, Apex has taken it personally and he's doing it himself. He's 6-2.
Damn. Rolling back the years.
Yeah, Exertion is 4-4, so both in-game leaders finding those opening dents, but Apex with back-to-back, and especially those kills coming onto Exertion, the two of them really trying to figure out each other's movements. And here's that kill. Flames is able to remove, and that's the board wipe. So comfortable now, 10-6. But this is two hot starts in both halves. You've got both pistols, you've gone on runs. In the first half, it was 5 straight before MOUZ started to respond, and I think they were the ones who really picked up steam. Vitality put an end to that. As a partial comes in, Cyclone gets on the mic. You want to come up with as many ideas as you can in a round like this to see if you can snatch it away, and that's where you can start sowing those seeds of doubt, bring those frustrations back into the minds of Apex and co.
I mean, if Apex continues to just be a sight opener, Vitality's woes likely won't continue. That was the opening, we just saw it there. Some good shooting on the rifle from ZywOo.
A juicy little double.
Nice! Nice! Well, I did good, I'm happy.
He should be happy. He's doing very well right now, leading the charge for the boys. Okay, M4 for Spinks. Light upgrades for the rest. ZywOo across.
Oh, he spots the boost. That information will be relayed. Yes, Spinks has provided an opening, but is there a punish from mezii? Looks like they've evaded, and he hasn't chosen to unload his mag into the smoke.
The early info, and they've been able to evacuate, right? So you can't really capitalize off the back of that. This is going to be Apex having to call them into this.
Had one M4. You set him up to succeed.
And that's the engine alongside Apex down. 17 and 5, ZywOo.
This could be the fight they're waiting for, though. mezii primed and ready. Zelex puts his head in the vice. mezii slams it shut. Trade attempt. Good work from Robs to remove Spinks after that. Backs were turned, and Brollan profits. You beautiful work on that 5-7. Takes out mezii. And Robs making no secret of where he's coming from. Surely MOUZ round now. Robs can't hit ahead. Brollan can. Stunning from the super sub. And MOUZ, you talked about these strong starts. 5 in the first from Vitality, 4 in the second half, so just 1 round outside of these hot starts of Vitality. Will MOUZ continue to string them together here?
Maybe Vitality get a little bit complacent after it feels like, okay, yeah, the job is done. This is as easy as we remember. And then they spring into action with this. 2 backs turned, and Brollan does extremely well on the 5-7. Surprised if it doesn't get nerfed after this major.
Yeah.
It's been like this for a while, but $500 and you can unleash Fury. ZywOo gets the AWP out, boosted up.
Trying to see over the top of that smoke. Exertion in no man's land in mid. All exposed, and ZywOo adjusts. 18 and 5 as he provides an opening kill.
Well, makes up for that last round, doesn't he? So now, advantage for Vitality to find the close and look for round number 11. Bomb grouped up over towards B, and it's Brollan on the balcony. Spinks to try and chip in from short. Brollan has to go huge again.
He did it in the previous with the 5-7. Now he has that one-shot headshot at any range with the AK-47. Spinks has that smoke. He's in position to support him. Here comes the pressure. Brollan catches another with his back turned, and then Spinks will activate. Vitality in a lot of trouble now. Molly will force him back. Playing his life, that's important. The nade could do significant damage, does. Bowled over. Torji's rotated through, removes the woo. It's Spinks next up to bat. Torji, what's that? Gets caught in the open doorway, but not ready for Spinks on bench. Apex again, not looking at his target. It's up to Robs in the clutch. Spinks is onto the USP and he's hit the headshot. That's softened him up. It's easy pickings for Zelex. Just his 6th frag, but a crucial frag from Zelex.
Yeah, Robs gets that cleanly. You back him in for that 1v1 in that situation against the young gun. A couple of moments where his aim hasn't looked as pristine as normal.
I can't believe how much damage Spinks did get done.
And now that's consecutive, and that's with the opening kill. Right, sure, it's just one player staying alive. 3rd tactical timeout called by Cycron, so he gets back on the mic and understands this is the point. We got him right where we want him, boys. Their money, it's in a bit of strife right now, and Apex has bought in. I'd be interested to see if he retains this. This 2,400 lost into the next. But again, a strong start and starting to peter off. It's not the conversation that we traditionally have with Vitality. Oh, this is a pistol-based team. These are the guys that pull out the bullshit when it's a 2v4. It's being made to work today, and just a full commit from Vitality. They could have pulled the plug after they got stuffed. That nade, it lures them in. They're looking in the wrong location. Great relocation there from Spinks, and then Zelex pressure on the young man to win that round out. But Spinks lets out a roar, and they know they're right in this. It should become a 1-round gap. The fact that Apex is bringing an AK of his own design, right, this tells you he's feeling it right now.
I think they all are. Will Apex get anything done? Nothing but a flash in his face. Fortunate for him, the Glock from Robs will enable him to retrieve the AK.
He was the only other man with armor.
Ooh, Torji tracks the swing of mezii. There was multiple bodies on his screen though, and actually nearly exposed. Spinks goes down. It's hectic in middle. ZywOo and a Desert Eagle. Robs with the Kevlar. Maybe Torji's susceptible to this Deagle clearing. Up on the bricks, will mantle into ladder room. Trying to get out, trying to find a safe exit. It looks like he's found it. Spam does so much damage. Rob's dead though to Zelex. An important find at range.
They left the bomb top middle. Neither of them picked it up, so ZywOo not even playing for the objective right now. He's going to hear the rotation through CT.
And he wants the fight. Zelex versus ZywOo. Everything says Zelex should have this, and he does. Continuing to crush Vitality spirits. 3 now consecutive from MOUZ.
They're doing it again. Let's see if they can go for another run of 5. That'll put them in the lead here on their second half. Remember, Apex bought in with that AK. A couple of good kills there on the pistols, right? Trade work from Robs was on point with the Glock. ZywOo gets one on the Deagle. Gets a little bit sketchy there with that spam kill. But the buy, it's lacking right now for Vitality. Sure, they've shoved, but you've got a Tech 9 on Apex. You have any U2 on Robs. bomb on side, we're going over towards Palace on its own. Yeah, he's just realized he's got that and dropped it. And those are some of the problems that I look at, right? It's such a nothing situation, but it's not stuff that you normally see having to be considered for Vitality. It's normally second nature.
That's normally kind of a stage 1, stage 2 kind of thing. You'll see those little missteps that shouldn't really add up to much. We're getting a util dumped from mezii. ropz trying to profit from this distraction. He has got backs turned in the back lines for 1.5. Torji necessary. Stands his ground stairs. mezii clearing through. Will catch Torji on the wrong side of that smoke. The fact you're going for another window boost is held. Oh, and that's why you put the AK into Zelek's hands. MOUZ trying to instill confidence in their major rookie. Let's put it to good use in now a 3-on-3.
Unknown P's been highlighted here. Speaks the short defender tucked in tight. His support will come through Ticket as they evacuate jungle and window. And it looks like the gamble call is perfect. Reading the mind of Apex, unless he calls off this A play, he's starting to head over to join the pack. So that'll be 3 strong.
Okay, that's the first step, being in the right place on the CT side.
Yeah, it means the bomb won't go down either. Oh, okay. What's changed? The wind? Off they go. Just start running. Spinks, you got to do it all.
Probably told him he could do it on his own, or not. Straight through the box from mezii.
Time.
Picking plant. Covered by the smoke. Hang on, Brolin can be disruptive here. Where's the covering fire? He's got to be getting that bomb planted. They're screaming at him. Brolin can take him off. Oh, the cover just in time. They can't find it through the box, and the play is extended. Zelek's low in a 1 versus 2. Not happening. mezii makes sure of it. Mr. Merriman just in time. Extends play and secures 11 for Vitality.
The most important kills from mezii right there. The fact that he finds Spinks, that's the way in. And then it's a tough one, isn't it?
Ex-teammate, I guess, you know. He knows he likes to hide out behind the box. He's supposed to be the Joker. Crazy. Look at this.
From okay.
Found ya.
Well,
found ya. That had to happen. And this one as well. I mean, just madness.
Nice, boys.
Look at the buy for MOUZ now. Yeah, they like that one. They're happy with the Brit. All boosted up on Torji. That's the biggest weapon they've got to work with. It's just MP9s. This house is going to come crumbling down quickly for MOUZ if they can't respond here, and they're not in a strong spot to do so.
High concentration of MOUZ towards this balcony. You can see all 3 of them.
Yeah, well, they've said, hey, we'll just let the AWP roam over towards B, and if we're wrong, Torji, you can save if they head in towards this A site. We'll try and shut them down up close and personal. So slow and steady for Vitality into this one. They got the top mid control, and the bomb is going to be picked up in a second. mezii's also been left a little cash utility to have to work with for this set piece, and if they do continue in this motion, they will be walking into the stack. These SMGs, we know they can shred.
The trap laid. But not for the MOUZ. For Vitality, Spinks has been spotted. ropz creeps, perfect. Has info where he was looking, trying to set someone up, but there's Brolin's SMG activating. ropz will pick up another on the stairs. Brolin doing such a good shift here for MOUZ. Finally found long range, not the weapon he would have liked for Zelek. And Torji was disconnected from all of this.
I don't know he has the AWP. He sounds off, they're going to try and hunt him big time. If he just goes and cowers in a corner, allows this 40 seconds, it's about to begin to be the difference maker. He might get to use this into the following. And they're going to have 2400s. The buy is going to look quite similar, right? SMGs, 5.7s. And this is about to be 12 for Vitality.
Yeah, stringing 2 together in the late stages of the map.
Looks like he will be able to hold on to this. They're not hunting, they're not moving from the side. They don't want any chance into this, but that stack almost pays off. You see ropz, he gets the kill on Spinks, and at that moment he sees they're lining up a flash. They're ready to get away with some type of a play, and he pauses. Apex just goes. For ropz, he's noting that's not one of the traditional A defenders here. We could be going into a trap. Apex confirms it with his presence. It's having to be a bit of a team effort for Vitality to grind this out. Everyone's had a moment in the sun. Torji, they're saying he's going to jump short. This is, again, Spinks just getting caught. ropz does very well, right? They know where he is because he's found that first, and Brolin does his best work as well, but mezii secures it with the double. And there it is, a couple of MP9s, an M4, and a FAMAS into this.
Zywoo wants to go through the ramp smoke. Robs has got a lot of work to do. He's ready for it. The aggression met with resistance. Robs needs a second, removes exertion. Spinks slinks straight behind the side box. An opportunity for the multi. Couldn't quite tame the last bullet. Couldn't pull it into mezii, so an advantage for Vitality, but for how long? The hero once more, Brolin and his MP9 up close. If they rush this plant, mezii is a dead man. Flames is so disconnected from the pack, he's going to be closing that gap through Palace. Torji smoked off.
That's about to fade.
Dead silent on the map. Now Brolin. Oh, he had his chance. He had his opportunity. Doesn't find Robs or mezii, but Torji has removed the healthiest member in flamezii. They know where they both are. Nade softens him up. A good swing from Robs to remove the threat. Torji CT faster than he's ready for. Got to back exposed and removes Robs. It's a 1v1. Can Mr. Merriman do it once more for the map? Torji versus mezii. Nade's not going to find his target. And MP9, he knows he's low. mezii's used this time very wisely. Repositions into the blind spot. Catches the back turn and secures Mirage for Vitality.
Apex happy with that one. He had to work hard, ask for accountability from his team, and they showed up. Some massive moments from mezii and Robs down the stretch. That's 13-9. That's their Mirage woes out the window. And coming up next is their choice of Dust2. Should be a Vitality 2-0. Inferno should not be required. Let's see if MOUZ have something else to say about things.
And I don't care what Zywoo says, I love that ADHD entry. He is a valuable piece, Mr. flamezii, and we'll see what he's going to get going on the T side. It's going to be a T side start, CT for MOUZ.
Okay, well, see what kind of pace that Apex wants to bring to things here today. This is where they had that bit of a mare yesterday against 9C.
It's been very vogue for someone to start and take these fights around that mid-doors smoke or expo smoke here. They're parting lower and he'll have to back away.
His short molly didn't land there, Apex, so I've been watching JKS throw utility. Sorry, Justin. They still get the space they're looking for. Spink's going to activate upper tunnels against Robs.
It's a fair fight, despite those dual Berettas. And Spinks takes him down cleanly.
It's going to force your hand into A now for the finish.
That's what Exertion's HE's for. Can he get that timing bang on the money? It would be too early now. Waits for that next sound cue, waits for the nade. It's all about timing. And release. Spotted, heavy damage inflicted. Torji, belt rung, gooshed. Still, Exertion tapping the head off of Zywoo, keeping their hands empty right now. Couple back from Vitality. There's a tap through the smoke that Torji on the back.
Fade away.
Pedal. Yeah, just as he rounds the corner. At least you get yourself a bomb plant. Anything more does feel out of the realms of possibility. Torji, last seen long, has gone round the world to try and approach from the short side, but he's going to be so cautious of him. It limits his post-plant possibilities. Now CT will activate with Torji close short. Apex wondering where the hell they are. Now gets a sound cue, draws his attention, and Torji spotted on the short side. Wow, Torji.
Great output.
Seriously good. I mean, he gets gooshed and still finds two.
Yeah, very well done from him. Pistol round the first will go in the favor of MOUZ. But the bomb going down should signify a Vitality force buy. So Apex will have the most here at 3.2. Quick one there from Exertion. Right, Zywoo can't get across and then even doubles up. So well done on the defense. Torji trying to bring some energy into this one. So guns are being juggled. Khalil. Where's that going to end up? Zywoo's throwing his Tech 9 and goodies on the ground, so he ends up with one of the Galils. Nade's across. They want to avoid any scout damage early. And I know there's not one in play. Rifle heavy, it's just Brolin on the MP9, and he's already up close and personal towards long doors. mezii spotted that out. They're set up to open, right? They're not poking their head around middle at all, right? They're not patrolling cat, they're not trying to fight mid. They're playing for a B-pot right now with this setup being highlighted by Spinks and Zelex. They're giving them all the room if they wanted to walk out mid to B. Obviously, Vitality are not to know this. There's been no util lobbed off cat to slow them down on the crawl, and when you take a look at the buy, it's pretty damn good. Got a whole boatload of utility to find a finish.
It does look threatening, doesn't it? And converting second rounds has been a real discussion here at Cologne.
10-2 halves, 11-1, even 12-0s around these parts have definitely been a big uptick in Cologne, surprisingly. 40% compared to the rest of the season in those first halves of play. But today's been offering some good Counter-Strike. Both streams delivering back and forth barn burners, and 45 seconds left. They're going to wait out this smoke, and then they're going to look to explode. Zelex has the last smoke over towards B. He won't be able to assist with this.
It's going to be so many. All of those nades going to be thrown in the next 30 seconds. Still so many on the belt of Vitality. Here's some pressure on towards the long side. Brollan not going to be affected. Trying to clear out long. flamezii takes some flak from the HE, and clean from MP9 work of Brollan. Completely neutralizes the long side, enables Torji to focus on this fight. They're getting across the sight line, but not past Exertion. Shuts them down. Apex just one consolation frag. That's exactly what the Doctor ordered for MOUZ.
Okay, beautiful. Well, unlike Mirage, this is a map that MOUZ have played so far throughout their campaign. Sure, it's only been a handful of best of threes. It's the third for both of these teams, but it's reps with Brollan and the officials, and that sounds crazy to say, but in case you're just woken up from a coma, this boy got benched. Has to come back in because of the major roster restriction rules. Zelex is a rookie in the server as well, and it wouldn't surprise me to see the B bomb site maybe become a point of Vitality's affections to try and pressure the kid. Torji's AWP up and ready to fight against Apex's Scout. There's two Deagles and a P250, so this level of investment very light on. Oh, and he sells that back, doesn't fire a shot. Gets himself a Deagle instead. So limits his level of investment there, does Apex. Stuff from the Hobbs team staying on board with that one.
Yeah, that's really cheeky. He just got like a rental binocular out for the cross.
Still looking for a bit more damage than in the previous. Torji will find the opener. ZywOo down. Shaves one off, a good flash, but Torji grabs another. Rops can't scale through, and this eco is going exactly as you'd like it if you're MOUZ. Brollan grabs one more.
I mean, these first 3 rounds are going exactly as you'd like if you're MOUZ. What is that? Minimal casualties. 3 frags total for Vitality in our first 3 rounds, map 2.
Now, something that was a win condition early on Mirage was opening kills. That's 3 straight now that have all been converted upon. So we'll see if that plays into the first gun round on Dust2. Long spawns are not there for Vitality. Torji starts the AWP middle. We'll see how many times he wants to break the smoke to look for a fight. And they want a biff for mid control. 2 short, 2 mid. CTs are looking for some action.
I think they're going to find it. Just a matter of time here. Perfect position for Exertion over the top of the smoke. Apex doesn't know what just hit him. They want more? Spin's trying to back away. The support from Torji's AWP denies ZywOo trying to punish. First gun round, MOUZ take the first 2 frags. This is that dream start continuing. A flash through that actually catches flamezii. We're seeing team flashes now. Spinks is going to pick up a freebie.
Yeah, saw a bit of that on day 1 and even yesterday against 9Z. So this is where you question just how well oiled they are coming into this cold.
I mean, on those listen-ins, that was not a Vitality that were casual. They were stressed.
And again, this is all the expectation. That means the pressure on one side of the server. Vitality coming into this major favorites throughout the season. They were multiple levels of the rest of the field. The consensus being it has that gap closed. Na'Vi, Spirit, and I was going to say Falcons, hoping to bring that conversation, but not with the way they've been playing. The trap is sent, Goose and Sight. They should have this one done.
Certainly should. mezii gets across with Rops in combination. Exertion's going to be flushed out by the flame, and it's easy for mezii.
20 seconds, though.
1 versus 4 that I don't know if there's anything to be done about. He was already crossed a ramp. He's not ready. Caught with his nades out. Brollan closes it down for number 4.
Okay, well, Zelex even able to get himself an upgrade there, so all good in the books right now for MOUZ, and this is what they couldn't do on Mirage. Hot starts.
Great opening.
And exactly, right? I like this smoke, right? It's something that you see AWPers are using because we know the teams are throwing the mid-door smoke and that molly combo. Well, that they're not used for the AWP to be able to take the fight, but to be able to set up Exertion to win out the Xbox duel. So creative in ways to be disruptive to the default crawls. Partial bite, ZywOo Scout doesn't fire a shot. 3 are across.
Yeah, they perfectly play that HE, and this is that kind of fight you were discussing. mezii did inflict some damage there on his fight with Brollan at range. Cloud9 gets a little bit of output.
Yeah, but Brolin calls sector clear. He's got that full long control, so the rotation doesn't have to cheat over regardless of the HP. So the net set up on the T side just to wait for base level U2 to be filtered through, and now making a move. But I love this from MOUZ. They're still ready to pounce and fight around middle and short.
Yeah, they've got this team set up. Exertion spings from the doors side, Torji on short. And then they can clamp down together. As Util's thrown, Xerxon readies himself for the battle. ZywOo scout trying to clear these angles. Woof! Rapid from the scout, now things collapse! How's that happened? Robs finds Zelex, confirms where he is towards the tunnels. mezii and flamezii starting to accelerate, trying to find him. The bomb on the back of flamezii, and no way for Brolin to lend him a hand. He has to do this on his own. This major rookie has to defend his side with honor. Oh, with vim! He's done so well! It's now a 1v1 for the ace. Zelex, have you got it? Apex peeks it in, and the P250 will steal it away. The glory was just a click of his mouse away. Zelex can't close.
Can't believe Apex has just done the kid like that.
Brutal.
Oh, mate, that was such a valiant attempt by him. Stuffs the upper tunnel, shuts down the mid to B single-handedly. ZywOo with some absolute bangers on the scout right there.
Do we have ZywOo's POV for that one?
That was a Ferrari pig.
Saw it from Torji's POV, and that looked insane through the wall.
Absolutely deleted on this one.
Sweet. And finds the follow-up during the chaos in middle.
Now, these are the rounds that, yeah. I think we all made the same reaction right there, Mr. Torji, but this was huge. The poise under pressure, playing on the cusp of the smoke, looks like a thing of beauty, and Apex having to win out the 1v2. This is just a light investment. They've snatched it away, and everyone getting fired up for Vitality now. That's a massive round.
Immediately glances across, and yes, Alex, understandably frustrated. It's going to be hard to shake that one off. You felt like you had it. You did the hard part. An unarmored P250 comes running at you. Apex has done very well to get Vitality's first round on the board here. Dust2.
Look at this. Continue with the mid pressure. Smoking suicide. This is a casual strat.
Yeah, not something you often see at the major. And actually, ZywOo's just had his bell rung by Exertion, just tapping through the smoke.
Okay, well, this is an interesting little play to keep some form of a sight line. Torji posted up. Deep line taken at long. But he's very committed to this. Very committed.
That's what he's waiting for. It's a ratty angle, and he gets to dip away as well. No trade provided. The fact he's gone for the double dip, now he's booked. He should be a dead man. Can't hit the quick scope. flamezii runs him down. Long seized for Vitality. They've still got that late piece in Robs, who's been slowly forging a path up short, blocked by the smoke for now.
Yeah, no rotation, and they haven't pushed up a beat either. They've just blocked it, so they might try and play down towards middle and see if they can catch him. Colin attempts the block there, but that one, it's still going to land. It gives him a lip to work around if he wants to go up towards A ramp. So there's the flash, takes a peek, but gets spammed out, and ZywOo takes him with the AWP.
Using that AWP off of Torji's corpse.
Rotation is here, though. 30 seconds.
Spinks has arrived. Exertion not alone. Neither's Robs on the short side, though, and I think they know what's up. flamezii won, and yeah, oh, it's perfect from Vitality. It all falls into place.
Oh, this is how quick it can come crumbling down, right? The fact that they lost to a light buy, that AWP gets retained. There's extra cash now splashed on the Vitality side, and then for MOUZ, they've had to fully reinvest. So right when they were starting to run for a 5-round haul of their own out the gates, they're now having to question their finances.
I think Torji's really going to be regretting that second attempt.
I like the tenacity, though. The conversation being, boys, we rarely ever beat these guys. We don't have any pressure on us. Let's actually take some chances. And I didn't mind the fact he stuck around. He hits that. That's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. You get yourself a nice advantage for the follow-up. Speaking of, an acceleration onto the unarmored MOUZ.
I just love the pace that Apex is playing with in this series, right? He looks like a man on a mission.
As is Spinks as he stops him at 3.
I think right now, though, you can see, again, they just get the opening kills. They understand that MOUZ are the ones who have to make the move. With the sheer advantage that you have at this point, you do just want to send in a probe, right? So flamezii heads up long on his own. He goes down, he finds the rifle there. The rest of them are still in tunnels. ZywOo can jaunt over and join them. As he tucks in pit, it's not really the focus right now. Tunnels, they are starting to clear out. Spinks unawares of the possibility, or potentially just ignoring it. He's going to get a fight in a second.
Found ya. Zywoo removes his head, and now the potency of the round goes with it.
Yeah, they'll come running over. Rob's likely the first to this party, as he should deal with the fight, and Exertion down. 3-4, 1 round gap. Guns will come back out. Zelex can drop the AWP immediately across to Torji. So I can want to take a timeout into this, so as you want to let this one fly by the seat of its pants, it looks like he's going to allow it to go, as Zywoo does have a good long spawn to look for the pick.
So does his counterpart Torji, but he's going short side.
They're starting 4A though.
Heavy lean.
Yeah, Zywoo didn't take that either, just posts up in middle. Cat scowl into Torji.
Okay, Torji's in a position for this. Has to nail the first, does so. Spots out mezii, dips back around the corner, nothing from mezii on the attempt.
Now this time he will value. Mid to B smoke. Exertion has a choice here. He'll block, but doesn't play ahead. Zelex has all the pressure on his shoulders if it is going to be the B play. Right now, still just in the staging moment of the round, and Exertion throws a smoke in, so does he want to try and get over and assist the young lad on the other side of the map? Still wary of the mid to B possibility. Vitality aren't really making a move, they're just hoping one comes their way. Exertion is across. That's it for the U2, it's just a Sphinx flash.
Zertion hearing all of this. Zelex departs his sight to ensure Zertion has help on this fight for the doors. 30 seconds and still Vitality hesitant to commit. Here it comes through the door. Zelex will swing on the engagement, sweeps 2 under the rug.
Should be round.
That should be enough. Apex is going to scoop up the bomb. He's going to have to be the hero, though. The CT is not smoked. Your back will be presented if you try and take this fight with Zelex. Rops is in the B side, but Apex, oh my god, he's dead. That's round. Clean from MOUZ, converting off of the opening, and Zelex racking himself up an impactful triple.
Good gamble. I liked it a lot, right? You had to play for something, and they decided to deal with the mid to B right there. Sure, that left a bit of a void, but Rops is not to know. He's way too late to this. And as soon as the bomb goes down out mid doors, that was over right there, excuse me. Torji has been very active, right? Think about all the places he's been looking for these picks, breaking towards the mid doors. He's just been aggressive towards short there. He's been hanging around at long, so this is great. If Torji starts to feel it, you need your AWP up on this map. 7-4 right now.
Yeah, he's been making the plays happen. It's a well-timed HE, catches Apex going for a Gallivant. Strolling down middle.
Just to back up the Torji factor, he's 3-1 in openings, right? So he is definitely putting himself in the play.
Information as to the AWP's location.
Yeah.
Sphinx gets an awkward fight, and actually a wallbang catches him on his way out the door.
That's frustrating. Team Molly there, forcing your hand is probably not the choice he wanted to make.
Neither's that for Torji. He's going to actually gift his AWP to the low HP.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy within itself, but I guess he's feeling responsible for that situation. So Sphinx will have a tough test if they execute A, right? For Torji, yeah, I'm going to say he's going to hit a couple of shots, or he's at least going to get the mandatory one, but it's a B smoke dotted in. They want to try their luck on the B split again. They weren't content with how the last one went.
Okay, a test for Torji on that rifle, supported by Zelex, who looks like he wants to take the fight. Timing perfect, catches mezii, sideswipe, then Torji can activate. They know Robs is coming. They press tab, they see he's still alive. They know that tunnel smoke likely hides an Estonian. Torji's got him, clean work on that rifle. 3 kills put to good use is Torji.
Yeah, this is 6 rounds already, and you could just see how disconnected that was from Vitality, right? 2 players scampering up, but they were disconnected from the other 2 still around mid doors. Rops wasn't really putting any pressure up at tunnels other than the lurk. He's hoping that they get some action and he can pounce in, but it wasn't connected. And that's a really nice round for MOUZ. We'll forget about the team Incendiary. And I think that's probably the conversation that was just being had. So Xtaz, do you want to get on the mic here? Doesn't look to be the case. Apex is going to operate with a Galil. The rest of the AKs and the retained AWP on ZywOo. But look how easy this is. 1 by 1. These are the type of fights you want to take in this. Great little transfer there from Torji into that.
I see belief in their eyes, Chad.
Yeah. We're having fun with it right now, out long.
Okay, swing into the orb. That's a ZywOo opening every day of the week. Brolin has lost long. What's MOUZ's response? Looks like Spinks gets proactive up middle.
Apex has to stay focused on his crosshair here. He cannot just be motor mouth.
You know he will be. Never mind, actually seems gun on and aware of the possibility. This is a vulnerability in their setup. There was no one holding middle early. He's supported by Torji on lower.
The fact that Spinks is playing in limbo here, though, he can activate based off of sound cues that start to creep in through the map. So mezii here to escort Apex across. Or not, Apex in multiple minds, just expecting some type of CT move, but this is siphoning an awful lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, we're getting to that minute mark.
So backing themselves individually, now he moves.
Seems like he's timed it very well.
He's heard some steps there as well.
He's going to be in hot pursuit of the main body of this assault.
Apex is still here. He just looked back, but this is the thing. He's got the bomb.
If he loses that bomb, this gets incredibly awkward. Spinks not rushing things. A cross smoke has been thrown.
Flames is here in the rotation.
Okay, so he knows the information has made it over to MOUZ.
Spinks is coming
wide
back.
open, but the bomb's committed long.
Spinks is coming back.
Oh, he is, and their backs are turned completely. Flames
no!
is dead. It's ugly. Spinks, a guaranteed frag, but perhaps not. Flames is going to accelerate into the short side, trying to draw attention, keep him busy. Molly makes life difficult, forced forward and segregated. Flamesy onto Torji, there's more where that came from. Another, oh, and Flamesy combined with the shrapnel of Apex grenade. Job done, round 1, Vitality 4.
Okay, that was a bit of a mare there from Spinks. He knows he should have won in that moment, right? And starts to back away. He's got them pinned in towards long, wants to contribute with the team. He understands in this situation, if he goes through the doors, I'm probably being held, but this is ugly. Right, at that moment, he's in the open. I can't really hide. I have to take the shot. If somebody else swings, and well, it's Flamesy who comes out on top of that one. 6-4, ZywOo boosted in suicide with the orb. It's just going to be a one-man B-star on Zelix again, and I'm surprised they haven't been trying to punish the kid. They tried a couple of mid to be sure, but nothing direct, nothing poppy. Torji again up to bat, and ZywOo takes him down.
Okay, back-to-back ZywOo openers.
Yeah, he's 3-1 in that department now as well. Both AWPers finding success.
Possession's up and over. Flamesy takes him down comfortably. So a twist of the knife, that opening disadvantage now exacerbated.
I don't think you'll have expected them to start 4A again. So you've taken down the A rotating rifler and the A AWPer. So you're very likely to try and finish towards A. And Brolin's actually...
There's a red carpet rolled out right now.
Yeah, well, he's got himself an upgrade. Can he get back and contribute? Spinks is unknown towards long, so he might get a freebie against mezii, sure, but Brolin has to do something because the round's gone.
He pays 60 health to try and block him with util, but Flamesy makes it across already.
And mezii's not moving, right? He's just staying long doors. Spinks is actually coming to him.
He knows who he's up against, or he can make a hesitant guess.
I think the thing is with Brolin, not in the kill feed yet, you're assuming it's him.
Little do you know they're over on B, and Spinks is gone.
So there's a good bit of information. Rops has got them marooned onto this side of the map. I think if you're Apex, you would love the hunt here. It's only going to be 1900 going into the bank balance for the final round of play for the half for MOUZ. They're not really springing to action with many bodies. They're being very safe about this. Is Rops even going to give it a look right now? These two M4s will be the biggest of the weapons carried through. Brolin should be able to drop another one. And here they come, starting to activate now.
There's a lot of work to do for Zelix and Brolin if they want to carry them through. Nice find to start, Brolin as well, but they are going to lose Zelix, forcing another rebuy. Vitality put all their resources into that.
Okay, so taking out one, it is going to limit it. It could have been 3. Now, unless they get tricky with the money, should just be the 2. Torji with a scout.
Interesting.
SMG for Spinks, and
just the first time out. Cyclone didn't see that it fit for an earlier time, not given the scoreline.
Yeah, and I think at this point, with the way that they've been playing, there's not too much that he needs to come in and say, boys, we're playing scared, we're giving them room. They've continued with whatever, I guess, the game plan was, which is being in the face of Vitality, right? They've continued to try and unravel these defaults. Torji's been great in terms of being aggressive. I like what I'm seeing. It's Vitality the ones who are having to dig deep to pull this back to a tight scoreline before the halftime break. And ZywOo contributing in the last couple of rounds here with the AWP openers. So this being a broken and battered bye, Vitality, you feel that you should be good for this one. And they had their issues closing these type of rounds against mezii yesterday, and that is eventually what cost them.
Haven't seen ZywOo hit a single shot on these cross. The HE's just been so well placed every time. He gets no info, no damage. This time a 3B start. Does that mean Rops is going to get a test? They're walking in. Rops can't believe it. There's 2 on his screen. A third revealed. Exertion on B as well.
Just a wrapped up shot here. Try and take the space quite quickly if you can. Not doing it with pace as Apex, but definitely starting to beeline in that direction. Exertion darts back immediately. Does it silently.
Sounded like it was quite close to Exertion there. Just a stray bullet through the doors from ZywOo's AWP.
Yeah, making some assumptions here about the setup is Apex. He hasn't cleared out short, but expecting no one to be home the way that he's quick changing.
Torji's scout could find this, and ooh, he's quick with it. Removes the head of Apex. Looks like Flamesy's once again going to be that probe.
The thing is, now that it is an equal game state, it gets a little bit tougher for him just to walk on his own. He could have been a beacon before, which would have made sense, but now that you're all tied up in this, you don't just want to go in and give away another death just like Apex did.
Sure.
Exertion between the sites will get back in time.
Doors smoke.
He could shut this down on his own.
Will he be able to get ahead of it? Here's them coming. Incendiary to delay. Smoke break, trying to catch the early commitment of Flames. He'll mantle up, Exertion tracks him with some damage.
Eyes on this Brolin flash, it's the only way back in.
Yeah, it has to be perfect. Flash pops, ZywOo misses his shot. Dips back. And still no bomb plant. ZywOo tasked with that. Wants to reload first. 14 seconds as he starts the plant. A boost erected. Unable to find the angle they were hoping for onto the big box.
Oh!
Okay, a wall bang into the legs of Exertion. At the top of that boost, he's clearing through the window as well, and Brolin baits the shot. Beautiful. Now MOUZ have that advantage. Can they really find a 7th here? Flames up close, 30 HP. They're going to double, maybe triple swing. He gets the first. Oh, he gets another. Mezii closes it down. A hard 4-half all round. 6-6, dead even. Anybody's game.
Heading towards the pet.
And there's the flash. That's going to catch Crims out. They're going to push on through. MBK gets one, but Crims with a spray down. He gets himself the triple. And Fnatic are not done yet.
Can you believe it?
Will Dust2 be the last map of this series? A question we'll get answers to throughout this one. We've swapped sides. It was a great start on the CT side of Dust2. A weaker map in the pool. A near brilliant ace clutch from Zelex, denied by a P250 and a French endgame leader.
He got robbed. Apex, you played plenty of majors, mate. You could have given that one to the kid. But they're here for one thing and one thing only. That's to lift that major trophy. That's to end this debate.
And a slip up puts them in the 1-1 game.
Yeah, they're trying to play themselves back into form as... I think
Hello?
we're not live, yeah. The fact that we had Torji running into a wall right there, I think we might have a couple of technical doohickeys. So we've just lost him from the server. Give us a moment. We'll get that one sorted.
We've got a crowd in the building for stage 3. I've been hearing some cheers for MOUZ. You guys reckon we're going to go see a third map? Love the Cologne wave.
The Cologne wave.
You've never seen a crowd with a signature bit. It took us so many years, but now they've got one.
Will they carry it on into the Lanxess? That's the question.
Oh, that's true. Maybe they could spread it out.
All of them just waving.
Yep. Apart from mezii.
He's staring.
He's staring.
Nobody blink. Together we can beat him.
The nostril flare's a nice touch. He's good at this.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Torji's back.
That's a good sign.
Well, the game's over.
Well, will this game be over on Dust2? I don't know, man.
At the moment, the pistols are 2-1, right? Both of the pistols going in the favor of Vitality on map number 1. We start this one off MOUZ with a pretty hot start, and again, it could have continued if it wasn't for Apex.
Yeah.
Having to really work hard. That was a live buy. ZywOo's scout was the thing that was the highlight of that one.
And Torji's reaction to it was perfect. It's the same as everyone's. Got an armored P250 for Torji. Let's get this one started.
Well, they're sticking with the same opening. Aggressive into lower tunnels.
ZywOo and Robs, what a potent pairing to have to get past.
Double stack.
How's his pre-aim? Tested and destroyed. The quad pistol spray.
Yeah, that's just spamming MOUZ 1 right there.
It works out wonderfully. Already you're on the back foot if you're MOUZ.
Well, one's away, the other's still committed.
It's Robs. Confirms Torji's presence towards top mid with that P250, and now mezii's got a bit of a fight on his hands as well. Torji stands his ground, can't hit the second head onto ZywOo.
Mezii has to be careful here.
Doesn't want to lose his sight.
Might have to concede the plant and play the retake in his 4v2.
You're right.
Oh, Exertion's making a move.
Through the smoke. They may not consider this. ZywOo is looking at the potential.
You may as well wait for the fade now. Upper tunnels will be in position. Smoke will fade. You win this fight. That'll be round.
Should be set to collect. And ZywOo delivers. Beautiful. Closes it down. Quad kill and the pistol from ZywOo. A smile on his face. And a pistol next to Vitality's name.
All right, well, we will be getting the MOUZ force with the bomb going down. Let's see what spawns they get and what Exertion wants to call. ZywOo grinning with that one. So now 3-1 in that pistol department as 2 players waltz into lower. They leave without their lives. Nice little setup there and just keep moving, keep clicking. The master of the Julie shows us exactly why. Okay, well, Alex is going to get AK-47 with Kevlar. Brolin in with a Galil, Torji with a Scout, but ZywOo, because of that hard work, he gets a second round AWP.
Sheesh. And immediate damage from that Scout. Rob's tagged up on the cross.
Oh, now ZywOo wants to pick.
Yeah, he's going to try and return the favor with a more lethal version. Straight to the belly button. Oh, plucks the lint, and it's Torji that's tagged as well.
They both hit shots there, so ZywOo and Torji exchanging bullets. The AWP now committed over towards B.
He could be in trouble, mezii. They may be closer than he anticipates. They've got that strength in numbers. It's Zelex set up with this AK-47. It just exemplifies the amount of trust and faith MOUZ are putting in this young gun.
Problem for the kid is he's doing it with just Kevlar.
Good point.
So 1 bullet to the head, and it'll be good night for him. They've been able to route up short. They're going to try and break through this. Flash, turn.
He's such a good position, but Brolin's managed to catch him before he could return his crosshair stable. A dump of the util through the palm, swings off it, catches Torji doing that flashbang dance, and Spinks booked. Ooh, Brolin mantles up, nice double. Could lead to a plant, could lead to more. Ooh, perfect smoke, geyses them completely. Could be a well-placed grenade if ZywOo nades this. Brollan and Spinks are in it to win it. Spinks posts his first. Brollan 3 kills deep, a fake.
Maybe they're assuming Robs with a reroute right here. He's not going to try and call the bluff and push the smoke. He's going to play this 1v2 the hard way.
Yeah, with no kit as well, the time will be against him.
That's a big round to lose for Vitality.
After the celebrations of the pistol.
He's worried right now about a flank on himself, but this is a real option for MOUZ just to play the bomb. They're not overcooking it.
Yeah, and Brollan's individual form has been definitely something to be admired.
Is he just calling this off? Nothing's coming his way. Is he going to try and get down into spawn, get the AWP? I'm not sure. He's not going for this at all, right? He doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have a chance. This round is won. MOUZ, you've been able to pull this one out, and that's even with the ZywOo opener. Brollan, he's going to try and grab that AWP, get it for Torji. There it is, picked up. Rops is actually going to allow this to happen. Bomb goes off. Brollan walks away the hero.
He certainly is. I mean, we're going to have to see that one again. Mantling up through CT.
Yeah, Flame's getting caught, right? The flash comes through. They're already pathing.
Look at this pathing from him.
Yeah, well, they have to take the fight. They don't have the utils to constrict them there. So taking some heads up duels, and Brollan getting frisky. Some beautiful counter-strike from him. And we're all tied up 7 apiece.
Okay.
Nice, bro.
All right, well, now Torji has the AWP. Last time hit the tag on the scout. This time not on the AWP. So it's the save down 4 for Rops.
Ooh, ZywOo didn't hit his
Brollan's out. He's feeling it.
He is. He's ready. Ooh, and look at the aim on display. Pivots the flash. Nails the swinging mezii. Straight out of the round.
Oh, they've completely rerouted right now, so grouping up towards the mid doors. Maybe just a B stack, and if they don't get what they're looking for, a save. I say that as Rops now cheats over to assist Apex over towards A, but it really has to be Rops. So this long space, all MOUZes. Lower tunnels, that's all there's too. Zelex, careful now.
Yeah, you don't want to step a toe out of line, do you? Your team have managed to give you that advantage. Oh, hang on, he's been tagged by the scout. Spotted on the jump up. Will react with a CT smoke. Apex flashing Robs in to confirm no one home.
Yeah, but those steps will have been heard. This long cross, they know what they're coming up against.
Apex has only got a 570, unloads it. Doesn't find anything in that smoke. mezii onto Spinks, maybe flying MP9. Not a problem for Spinks. And he's had another one onto Apex, and Robs is a sitting duck. Zelex not messing around. He closes it down and secures a clean one for MOUZ.
Okay, well, this is meant to be Vitality getting the job done on what has been one of their absolute best maps.
But it's not that right now.
Yeah, and it has felt a little bit ropey, right? I'm sure people at home are probably thinking, well, okay, it's just the group stage, but the ramifications from the upsets are going to echo into the playoff bracket and how it lands. So in a couple of days' time, when you see it take shape, don't be surprised if one side's a whole lot more stacked than the other. And if MOUZ are even able to win a map, that's something historically they've struggled to do in this head-to-head against Vitality.
Never mind Dust2.
This is not going to be an easy way forward. But Vitality are going to have to play from behind. The eco in now. MOUZ should be set for this 9th, and they can make it a 2-round gap instead of just the 1, and that's come off of a force buy of their own thanks to Brollan.
Like, is this going to be more Mirage, where it kind of was competitive to a point, and then Vitality stabilized and took it home?
The biggest issues is going to be in their first gun rounds, right? They're not going to have that ZywOo AWP. Man-made mincemeat of this, so they try and clamp down on middle as a unit, but all 5 staying alive, and that's back-to-back rounds where that's the case. So building some cash now, MOUZ. They're in this. This isn't just a standard affair. I just mentioned no ZywOo AWP, right? So they're not going to be able to go toe-to-toe. Torji, who already has felt quite confident in a lot of the peaks he's been taking, will have a leg up in that department again. There's no kit, there's limited util. And this is the type of round that Vitality has to win. Otherwise, the map will get away from them damn quick.
mezii doing the Apex flash for Apex. He swings 3 on his screen. He commits to the spray, and Zelex will humble him. An important one back from the 18-year-old.
I like this call. Exertion just going to walk out mid to be on the fade of this.
It's going to completely isolate the two of them.
mezii believes something is coming. The fact he tucks in tight doesn't just keep on the jiggle, otherwise he would be marooned. Oh, now he's off. The timing's going to be everything here.
Spotted. He's dead. Exertion, beautiful shot. The Galil finds instantaneous headshot.
They're not just erupting into the mid to B right now. Surprising.
perhaps concerned it could have been stacked up. They're not to know. It's only Rob's here.
Yeah, they're playing their advantages right now. They have so much util. If they just regather upper tunnels, set up together, Torji can throw the door smoke. Well, he's staying around mid for the rotation. So Spinx is not really a part of this. Torji, he could be in a bit of trouble here as he throws out another mid to B.
ZywOo feels like he's got him booked here. And he does. Torji removed. That's the bomb Xbox. Zelex quaking in his boots. He's been overlooked. Needs to hold on to that bomb. Fighting tooth and nail for it up against ZywOo, and Zelex converts.
Oh, you know where Robs is. Just go away, get that bomb down.
Yeah, Spinx is clearing it out right now. That late long lurk. They're hesitant. They're taking their sweet time. Worried he could be hanging out towards the doors.
Spinx is clearing A. It's completely clear. Just jump up short, go plant the bomb, get in the site right now. 15 seconds. They're going to make that move. Plenty of time to get it down, but Robs has to save again. He didn't even understand the situation. The MOUZ were really doing their due diligence in this one, and that'll be the 10th.
That's a huge round for Zelex. I expect Cyclone's going to give him a double thumbs up after that one. You'll see this shot as well.
It's this shot, right at that point. And I think that it felt like they were overcooking for a moment, so they are fortunate to be able to turn this one on its head. And then Zelex pinned. He's got that support coming in from lower tunnels, so the fact that he sticks to his guns, doesn't just swing out, sets up that crossfire, that's poised under pressure. Great job from the kid. Robs, it's going to be hard to hold on to this. Spinx is coming. And Spinx has taken you away. That is everything taken off the board. Money, not great at all for Vitality. Will have to be the partial. And I think considering like the disproportionate amount of pressure on one side of the server as the other, I don't agree with the Dust sentiment that MOUZ can't mentally break Vitality, right? This is a team who aren't worried about MOUZ. They are worried about their major campaign and the sloppy Counter-Strike they're playing. I don't think it's a matter of the opponent. It's the fact that things aren't looking perfect, and that's what they've been playing pretty much all year long.
And, you know, managing their schedules so that they were to peak at the right time. Are we not seeing that peak?
Oh, these are the type of rounds when Vitality are playing their best Counter-Strike, they win.
Yeah, sure. That's valid. Flamesy's burrowed forward towards the palm with an MP9. He's been spotted out. Attention drawn. Zelex nails it from the lower tunnels on his retreat.
He's top of the scoreboard for MOUZ. This is polished from the kid. He hasn't been a part of these head-to-heads. When we're talking 11 and 2, don't bring him into the conversation.
He's trying to make it 1-0. By removing Flamesy's aggressive venture early, we might see that same philosophy from MOUZ. mezii scout. Oh, he needed that. Finds a headshot onto Brolan.
If Torji can still get into pit, though, it's just going to limit those peaks. Apex starting to walk. Found a timing, but Zelex still ready. Trade there. AK to be picked up.
That'll do a world of good. ZywOo equipped with the AK, no Kev.
Spinx is going to play on this lurk. He's playing in the smoke. They're creeping up long.
He's so disconnected, but he can still find impact if he finds Robs. Ooh, found by the 5-7, but now they're crossing.
Now they need to play the numbers here. You have to let the bomb go down. Allow Robs to come over and play the 3v2.
I think he got info on ZywOo as well. His Molotov's going to delay that plan. That's really going to get hectic now. Torji doesn't want to plant in a compromised position, so he'll wait it out, fake it out, buys more and more time for Robs to close that gap. Supported by exertion. MOUZ have that shot from Torji to equalize. He can't hit the follow-up. Robs is probing forward, but Torji on the uncrouch nails it. Exertion catches the walk. ZywOo looking for Torji and gets an AK bullet in his head instead. MOUZ are up to 11 and Xtaz calls an emergency meeting.
Yeah, this is the point where they need to turn it on in this second half of play or the game's getting away from you. Reminder, they won the pistol, they lost the force, and now MOUZ have won 5 straight. You got to work for this major playoffs, and that's still best of 3s away. This is a 1-1 game. You're not sitting pretty looking for the Lanxess. You're just trying to put yourself in that position. So Vitality, you end up dropping this against MOUZ. How deep does the rabbit hole go?
Lovely AWPing from Torji. Not deterred by this flick miss, just goes straight back for it.
It has to keep fighting, right? So that's very well done. Zelex is bought in right now with a MAC-10. If they try and knock them out with pace here, this would be more of a set play. This doesn't have to be the investment. He's got 7.7k. So opting for the MAC-10, Zelex, he's going to try and make some room for the team on whatever the call is, and it looks like it's going to be a B play.
4 members of Vitality without helmets as well. Makes the back 10 all the more potent.
They're just making this look like a default round, right? The fact that the AWP sounds off towards middle, there's a long smoke in to apply pressure. There's even a flash for good measure. They're hoping to keep everybody focused elsewhere while they set up this B pop.
They're trying to go for that knockout blow. A test for mezii and Robs versus all 5 of MOUZ.
It's a good pop position from Robs here, right? He should be able to sweep in as the U2 comes through. mezii can try and draw attention from backside. U2's in the sky. mezii sees this.
Here comes. Robs primed and ready. Perfect off the flashbang. mezii the first got to contribute. It's Robs able for the double dip. Exertion puts him down. The bomb's been spotted on that radar, and with the door smoke up, we should be seeing a 2v3 in the post plant.
And they just won one over towards A. This is not going to be easy for Apex, flamezii, and Zywo on the retake.
This gets more and more uncomfortable. At least the smoke's wonky. You get some vision towards the window. Is that where they want to channel you, though? torji was hoping for that fight. Replenish on the doors. This is uncomfortable for Vitality. One flash, all they have. Post-plant, big box tunnels, Exertion playing for the win. Here comes those flashbangs. torji not affected, needs to track him, nails flamezii on the entrance. Apex tries to find the trade, but torji rotting the clock. It's good from Exertion, heavy damage.
No kit.
They've got no kit and no chance. It's MOUZ up to 12. On Dust2 no less versus their demon, the team they couldn't seem to beat here at the IEM Cologne Major, and looking to take it to that third map.
Money's in the mud right now. You just buy whatever you can here. I think just take the last timeout that you've got, have the conversation. Okay, MOUZ are going to do it. Giving them 30 seconds to try and collect themselves. Let's see if that comes back to haunt them.
The game plan was hinted at with that first listening from Cyclone.
It's a great little showing right now from these hungry Hungarians. They were at 17 and 17 apiece.
Yeah, they got balls to be taking them down 12-7.
Scrap together what you can, Vitality, but you got weaknesses all over your map pool right now. Reminder, this is a MOUZ with a future uncertain. They are here in the moment of the major. Rolling back in the server. They're making good on what they couldn't once upon a time. They are playing some lights out Counter-Strike right now. That's back-to-back rounds. One against a partial, one against a full buy. And that's after the B defense did more than they were asked for. Now, does it end here? Do we add another map in the L column? torji rattles off a shot, and away is Apex. Now, tell me there's no cause for concern about the Vitality camp.
I could, but I'd be lying.
Boosting up for the mid to B. Doors cleared out, mezii. He'll be tasked with doing what he can if it is to mid to B play. Exertion walking on short control. Couple of flashes. Rifled through. And diligent stuff. They don't want to get picked off just while taking basic space. Zywo Goose. Apex ramp. flamezii with an MP9 isn't going to be able to do anything from long to support this. And Spinks gets to play his own minigame on the other side of the map with his lurks. Robs is mid to B play.
No way, Apex was on the line. Now mezii needs to time this to perfection. Alex has found Robs on B. Good one from torji, that's the trade. B's open for business. And torji's just racked up a double. Oh, Zywo couldn't handle the farmhouse. Exertion puts him in the dirt. MOUZ set to collect. A crazy win as well with a scoreline like this, not even close. Unless flamezii can piece this one together, finds himself the upgrade, 2 of them low. You've got to go. No kit, concerned about lurks. But MOUZ coming in with no pressure, up against all the pressure on the other side of the server, and that pressure is crushing Vitality. One back from flamezii. Both of them now noted. He knows where they are. He'd need to hit the transfer. And Xerxen denies. That is dominance on Dust2 against Vitality. A feather in their cap. We need 3.
Damn, that's going to feel damn good. The fact that you do that with a force buy and then a run to close. Vitality went missing. Everyone saw this head-to-head and thought, oh, okay, here we go again. 11-2, the head-to-head record. Well, this is a different look in MOUZ. They made the roster change, maybe a bit late. Brolin back in the server for the major, but right now they are playing without that pressure. the question of this team's prowess in the server, that was never the problem. It was choking, it was stage games, it was going missing, it was taking on Vitality time and time again in some of the bigger matches, where right now, the bane of your existence, they're feeling the pressure.
Bring on Inferno. The clash potential.
I'm gonna love to see more of this lurk game between Rops and Spinks, right? It is getting
like
a bit silly, but it's crazy.
Simultaneously being fought. You've got these guys fighting Banana. And it gets hot and heavy. Nice one on the fadeaway. Mezii's kept Vitality level. Oh, okay, mezii. He has been a beacon of light in the dark time for Vitality.
Oh, that bomb on the back of Exertion, he could still head over towards A. Take a look at the radar, you can see that Rops is playing over towards Trash, so he's actually foregoing the side if they do want to try and finish through halls. But Spinks, by clearing out Boiler, looks like he'll group up with Exertion top mid. If Rops gets nothing done here, MOUZ are then favored for the pistol.
It's been rough for Rops. Impact on this pistol gets a sound cue indication.
Yeah, this is smart from him, not giving away the kill. He got the information for free.
Oh, it gets a kill for free as well. Exertion was just rounding the corner. He times it to perfection. Spinks in the clutch.
Slowed him down. This is nice. He should just go for the plant here, Spinks.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Does get that bomb planted. Extra cash in a round loss. But is it certain that it's a round loss? Rops groups up for the strength in numbers. He's trying to isolate these fights, and he does get a fair one up to Rops, but Rops closes it down. Impactful double out of Rops.
I wouldn't be celebrating too hard if I'm Vitality just yet. It's this second round conversion that cost you on Dust2. Right now, Spinks, in-game leader's dream, going straight for that plant. Thank you very much, sir. Now we can have it a whole lot meatier. And you saw on the cams there, between the map break outside Apex, definitely had a lot to say. And a keen way to say it. So they do sweep this one under the rug, but right now this is the true challenge coming through. There's two Galils, Deagle, Tech9, and a Mac-10 for Brolin. This is a map we have seen MOUZ play once to success throughout their road in Cologne so far. See if they can do it again and upset Vitality. Cast smoke here, so they could pop through this, right? It is crazy, but that's what you have to be wary of if you're this top Banana defense. The idea that they could just come piping through this.
And Flamesy's going to call for a flash from mezii when he deems it necessary.
They are going to hit B. Smokes are in the air.
Here we go. Flamesy doesn't get the flash out in time. mezii dips into the site, support as well provided. It's Apex.
This is desperate.
Throwing bullets down range does do significant damage to a couple of them, but the pivot is possible.
They didn't have a lurk. It was all 5 in Banana, so they don't actually know what lies on the other side. They drew the rotation, but they're going to play the mid round, and I like this. This is where Vitality have to scramble, say, okay, they're not in. Then this, how do you reconfigure yourself on the defense? Do you want to play for info, or do you want to play 2-2? Because MOUZ have that man advantage.
Yeah, and they are surging into ZywOo and Rops.
So for going holes again, this has a timer on it. Very late clears from Spinks second mid.
Has to be perfect from this MP9. Otherwise, this second round's going away from Vitality. ZywOo's found the clawback, confirms the bomb's location. 35 seconds, they start to accelerate around the short side. Rops has done damage to Torji, gets another through the smoke. Exertion low, perfect reposition from ZywOo. It looks like the second round is theirs. Just Torji to try and get a couple more kills. ZywOo denies 3 kills on the MP9.
And there's the roll, right? There's the conversion. That's the basics. That's what's going to win you a major. Just being able to get past these second round forces. It'll be the eco now for MOUZ, and they kept that threatening. I love the way that was called. Going to be a bit disappointed, but if Rops keeps cheekily taking you away from long side on the pistol, it was the timing. On this, it's a smoke spam. And that one leaves a mark. We got this whole season's worth of results to determine the expectations, but those expectations don't matter now. It's all about the Counter-Strike in the moment. And you're just seeing odd results all over the shop. I don't even have the best of one excuse in stage 3 anymore for any of these teams.
No, sir. Brolin's just going for a timing deagle. Everyone's got themselves their favorite sidearm. See if they can get anything going. Avoids the brunt of the damage from that HE. But Cyclone on the listen-ins has made it clear Their objective is to break Vitality's mentality.
And this is the thing, right? I think when you know that you can walk away from this major and the future could be, well, anything with this roster. Brolin in an interview saying there's a chance I could stay. Well, what does that mean? What does it look like in terms of the complexion? Is it this 5?
Yeah, JL's sitting there like, I did sign something, I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
He's there on loan, so should be able to comb this up middle. ZywOo, there you go. Specky triple. Flamesy finishes it off with the cherry on top, and now the guns come out.
As far as breaking their mental, it would have been that second round an opportunity. I think after getting that 4v5, you get that pick on Flamesy. The fact that ZywOo manages to deny you, that's going to bolster Vitality's confidence.
Stakes here in case everyone is just tuning in. This is a 1-1 game. Winner will go to the 2-1 bucket, 1 best of 3 away from the Lanxess. Loser will have to battle back in consecutive days with the pressure at its highest. We're talking about pressure, we're talking about stress, right? The lack of focus, not doing what you'd normally do. Rally of util. So Molly top mid out from MOUZ and 2 top banana to get this full control for Sandbags and the mouth. They'll throw back their own here on a timing and a nade caught. Flamesy committed to this.
He's got all that util, cannot afford to go down, just starts to dump it. He'll get away.
Oh, and yeah, quite skittish there, right? They dropped the log smoke with that half-wall molly. He dropped his maybe slightly too early, but either way, he's been left to his own devices on this low HP. So Apex calling the stack over towards A, and they're playing for top mid. So if MOUZ now go for brackets control, look at what they have to break. Rops in the pocket, ZywOo under porch, that commitment of mezii coming to join them now, and Apex he'll deal with an Apps leak.
It's Exertion's flash. Rops is going to be anti. It's all about that timing. ZywOo gets the info. Here comes the pressure. 3 members of MOUZ trying to take some space, and there's ZywOo with 2 back. Rops, the unknown entity, swings in with nothing. Empty hands for Rops. Apex is in sight. It's a 1 versus 3 right now for him on the site.
Flames is low and has an SMG. It's all on Apex.
It's just Apex. They're looking for him. It's Exertion trying to do the
nice
clears. Beautiful clears to get this gun round flowing. To prove to themselves they can take them on this 3rd deciding map.
Yeah, just get a gun and get out, Flames. Be able to buy into the next. This was a bit of a bonus, but there's no point giving a 1v3 a go so early. So MOUZ will draw blood. 3-1 score reads, and look at Exertion just gallivanting over. I don't think Flames is going to be ready for this. Exertion has taken a lot of ground very quickly. Going to take a lot more liberties as the leader, this man.
Flames has not got his hands on the mouse and keyboard.
No, and he's not actually having a look either. So wanting to establish the T-side economy early as well makes a lot of sense. So bomb will go off. That will be notched on the board. ZywOo has been very sharp. I understand one of them was an eco bash, but those 2 shots right there as well. They're just these little spurts on the A4 burst to the dome. He's got money to bring out the orb, and he's going to equip that immediately. Torji actually could have done the same. So wanting to stay rifle heavy, but their openings right there were limiting mid swings with the top mid molly, and then 2 into banana quite quickly. They pivoted. The stack was in the right place. So Vitality there, they made the right call. This is what's frustrating for Apex. I made the right read, I called the team into the right place off the banana aggression, and we still lose out on the fights.
ZywOo starts off with a decent spawn heading B.
No extinguish.
Ooh, still gets Exertion on his first aggress. ZywOo gets his 9th kill and first blood drawn in favor of Vitality. Oh, over the top. Yeah, you've lost your head. Apex gets an involuntary haircut from the Swede.
Spink's been pretty active here. Applies pressure towards A with a long smoke. The rest of his team grouped up top banana, now juggling util for the execute. 2 on the site.
This looks sketchy.
They're going to pop through.
Yeah, Flamesy has to tuck. He's faffing with his nades. Needs that first headshot, but Brolin is so damn sharp right now. It's ZywOo back. Removes Brolin, plays forward ahead of the Flames. Selex draws attention. It's Torji that profits. Team play on display from MOUZ.
If mezii can't shave one through the smoke, it's going to have to be the save here. Rops is still over towards A, likely worried about that cat and mouse game of the Sphinx lurk we're talking about. That's going to be 2 consecutive for MOUZ. Vitality will have to try and hold on. Look at it. He's got no idea. Where's Sphinx? Is he coming? Right. Dust2, if people weren't paying attention, the 2 of them, they were just up to their own little tricks throughout. And this is what essentially tethers Rops away from the play. Just having that cognizant be in the back of his mind the entire time.
Maybe Spinks has had that breakthrough because he's been a bit more pack-centric so far.
I think the thing with this is it's all the mind game, right? So I would like to see him in some of these rounds as well be more aggressive on the low, because if Spinks plays first, what does it mean?
Yeah, good question.
So that's some of the fun and games that we get to explore throughout this, but now a 1 round gap.
I know he didn't get the kill, but I did love the way Zelex played that. He knew it was an AWP. He's just trying to draw attention. He's just trying to make it as difficult as possible for ZywOo to play in the chaos. And Torji able to pick him up and secure the round. Xtaz calls the timeout, 5th round in.
Yeah, so they were able to drop 2 M4s. Apex had about 4.5, so he was able to buy himself. So it all works out in that purchase department. The nades, pretty good. There's kits, so you call this one a full buy, 3-2. Now Torji has the AWP in his hands. And one of the keys to Vitality on this map, we've heard from in-game leaders of some of the top dogs, so just how difficult it is when you're dealing with flamezii and Apex over towards B. Just the sheer amount of plans they have, the way that they're open with their util. Well, Apex going down there, offered a way back in, and going on an earlier timing meant that flamezii got caught off guard as well. Apex expected a miracle out of ZywOo in that situation under so much pressure, but when you play with the big man, I think you see miracles every day.
Yeah, it's easy to grow accustomed to them.
They're going to test A early this time, right? They've been going for these B kerfuffles, so while Vitality are trying to get this control, they're going to wait this out. Getting balls and boiler right now.
Wow, he hit that through the half wall. flamezii's health halved.
Brolin playing with some real confidence here.
He does look so comfortable. His mechanics have looked sharp. No longer the burden of leadership.
Well, you've got banana control as well as holes and boiler. You just need brackets.
You're faking them out right now.
And they've blocked the smoke, so mezii will retain vision. They've still got 3 on B. This is how they started. This is how they still stand. So you're really relying on ropz and ZywOo to be able to shut down this side of the map.
And one of them's already got double-digit frags. ZywOo's been spotted.
He's under a lot of pressure right now, ZywOo.
Nation relayed. ropz calls for the flashbang long. No one's home. It's all short-centric. One towards the apartments. That's a clean headshot from ZywOo. His rifle primed and ready and put to good use. Nothing from ropz. The cavalry charge is over. ZywOo down eventually. The site has been seized. No rush for Torji.
Apex has a lot of util for this retake.
Dodgy smoke. Does its job.
They're gravitating towards this.
Exertion plays forward. He's hearing all of this. Smoke implies they want to walk on through, but there's a pick from Spinks. Catches flamezii through boiler. Looking set for a dead even 3-3.
Now they have to just back off again, so this is very well done from MOUZ. ZywOo playing pit and not ropz. So ropz out of position. And you've seen Vitality when things have, I don't want to say started to go wrong, but maybe when they haven't been putting in as much prep or practice, they've just been playing around with some of the expectations of their CT positions. You'll see Apex come over, he hides towards headshot while ropz will take a fight. They're playing ropz on long side while ZywOo takes pit, right? ZywOo would normally be taking that type of responsibility. So really good output from him so far, but he needs some help. You've got 3 kills for ropz, 4 for mezii, 1 apiece for Apex and Flames, and I think that's the concern. If your B duo aren't winning out that space and Brolin is able to brave through time and time again, that's going to put a lot more pressure on the other side of the map. They've had issues over towards B. They say 3 strong. You get 2 opening kills there, but traded out. And now you're down to a partial behind the saved gun. So Vitality is sweating.
Again, they're trying this kind of barrel smoke. It didn't work out for the previous. Spinks in bedroom might have a fight here on his hands. An armored 5-7 as he's throwing his Molotov. Perfectly timed from ropz. Read like a book. ZywOo could catch another. Zelex was lining up his smoke grenade. ZywOo is playing for that fight. But it's a big fight here on flamezii. Oh, crouching around the corner. flamezii felt like he should have had that.
There's no go off of that. So they've drawn one back. They've tied it up 4-4. And it's actually Vitality who look to be rotating heavily towards B. Apex is chasing Ghost right now with some of these mid-rounds. They're just going to turn their attention towards long side. They could still shut this down. They're ahead of the smoke.
ZywOo's Deeg and then ropz with the
ropz is heading B. They're putting all, this is, they don't have any read of the situation, Vitality.
Yeah, and he's just fallen off the angle. It's ZywOo alone on A.
He's lucky they're not up short yet, right? The fact that they're routing through apartments does give the opportunity for Rops to get back over, and mezii's coming too.
Just in time.
Exertion's gone back banana just to throw a fat flash to keep them interested. You have to call the gamble right now, Vitality. You can't be between both sites.
Oh, and he gets the info with the lethality. Crushes Torji, crushes MOUZ. Rops and ZywOo defend their site valiantly.
Okay. Felt like it's been a long time between those, right? Dust2, there was the crazy moment from ZywOo on the scout, so we'll add another one of those to the Vitality account.
And that might be the most impactful round we've seen out of Rops.
Yeah, that was a beautiful one right there. But they were between two minds the entire time. Catches the timing here, very well done. Spinks just getting a face full of lead with the 5-7, and then some tidy shooting, this time just tapping away from Modo.
Bang.
Let's go, boys!
He's a little multi-kill machine.
Playing through this mid smoke, this is fast. This is an A-rush.
Charging with the Mag-10. mezii. Rob's begging for help. Quick tap from the first AK, but that's the trade Zelex needed to provide. Nice transfer. Torji pulls him back into a 3-on-2. Bomb loose. Gets the chance to scoop it up and pause.
They can reset. They've done this so early. Crazy pace change. That's a shove into the middle of the table. Now,
mezii saved them with a double there.
Brolin and Torji together for this. Torji and Exertion, they were winning a bunch of these on Dust2.
Look how safe Zywoo was playing this. They have no idea. And he's going to get it just at the perfect moment. Trade from Brolin, but distracted. Apex erupts.
That's now an eco, so he knows that was worth 2. 6 rounds on the table for free right now, and that's a crazy call, but I like it. Right, this is the flexibility that you're going to have. Something similar when we're talking about Bet Boom. Right, their roster woes put them in a scenario where they're kind of piecing things together in the event. We're seeing them grow. Well, MOUZ can do the same, right? They did get some boot camp time in with Brolin. This is the major after all. But still, some of the calls are going to be more out of the book, and I actually like it. I think that's at times maybe what MOUZ will have needed. So Zelex has actually invested upon to apply some pressure still with the Galil. No surprise to see them take the pace out of it this time. Chance just to catch their breath as well.
Direct contrast with our previous. Being quite stingy with their nades of Vitality as well.
Yeah, well, if there's no pressure, what's the point? I think that this team is going to be one of the bravest in that regard. We talk about the theory of how a team wants to approach a system. It's a broad term, but it's just getting everybody on the same page, that decision tree. That way of approaching these scenarios. Torji has a flash.
ZywOo will not be affected by it. And now mezii's been spotted. Wow, incredible accuracy on that pistol. Double dink takes him out. Pressure applied, you needed that. Removes the pressure from the apartment side, gives Rops a bit more liberty to help.
Gonna channel mid to B.
Interesting. Torji lurking abs.
Seeing what they can find, so returning towards A. They've been able to split the defense here. ZywOo, I know it's ZywOo, but with the AWP, if the pistols come flying through.
Still uncomfortable.
They have to go, they need this loss bonus.
Trajectory implies sight for ZywOo.
And rotation from B is going to be miles away.
Exertion's going to try and flash him. Rops needs to lend a hand, nails it onto Torji. Important adjustment, lovely burst. And they passed this test. It was threatening from MOUZ. Exertion's contribution on the Glock. It's Rops with a quad kill. There's Vitality up to 6.
Yeah, I said ZywOo needed some help, right? Well, Rops has joined. It's up to 11 kills. ZywOo is on 15, and Cycron's on this first tactical timeout of the half. As this one's far from over, they can still tie things up 6-6, and we do that in 3 consecutive maps. The Pistols heavily favoring out of Vitality throughout this series. I think if I'm Cycron, I'm saying, well, in the way that we're approaching a lot of those earlier rifle rounds, it was actually okay. We tripped up against some pistols, fine, and then we tried something out of the box. I'll also give you the leash to do that. You need to be able to call your rounds if you're feeling it. But the way that they were opening earlier, they were applying pressure towards that B defense. Right, Vitality were having a tough time dealing with getting banana control. So go back to the way you were opening earlier in the half.
Oh, they're going for the deep nades ramp. Not too bad for Exertion. Stomach's a little damage.
They've also thrown this awkward T top banana block smoke on the run that you can see here just sitting in front of them. So that has stifled any of Vitality's progressions. They don't want to play ahead of it. What does it mean?
Will they be able to activate Brolin again? Feels like he's such a potent piece right now.
Vitality know they need some space back, right? You can't sit in the black box with brackets control as well as top banana, so they throw in some nades, but they know that Brolin can edge this. So is there a wave to sweep in and really clear it out?
Bro, he is fully committed. On the other side of half wall, he's going to play on the fade, or the smoke break didn't expose him.
This is nice play from Brolin.
Yeah, right? You'd imagine he's going to catch them completely off guard, unawares. It's like we're thinking about it. Of course he is.
They're forced into A right now.
Considers it now, channeled up to the short side. Robs has done a lot of damage, unable to find the kills. He's got mezii in that crossfire. It's going to be very hard for MOUZ to break this. Cold Zero and Pit, an iconic setup. Hang on, Apex gets caught through the smoke. And then Exertion can wrap on through. The pressure is amplified. Robs needs to step up, and he's doing exactly that. Just knocking off heads. Effortless from Mr. Cool.
We're getting that superstar output out of these two gentlemen right now. All right, they are dragging their boys through this, and every time someone's on their screen, it's blink and they are deleted. This is beautiful work. Right, that's the aim that you want to see from this caliber of player, especially in that pit position. And ZywOo ready for the boost, adjusts down and even perforates that smoke. Poor Zelex, but this is really good work. Right, under a lot of pressure, just has to focus on that crosshair.
First bullet accuracy is out of this world.
So partial investment. Spoon that one there, but will it cost them? It is just Apex and flamezii over towards B. Between the two of these gentlemen, only 4 kills within the half. It's likely what's drawn ZywOo over. And Apex is going to juggle the nades. Okay. Well, it's an interesting approach. They've got the right understanding. Here they come.
Okay, now Apex is going to deploy his util, calls for ZywOo back. Caught with his nades out. Caught with his nades out. Activate flamezii for the double. Good to see a plant here. Going to do his best to stop it. Torch is punching in that code now. Zelex overextending into the ruins, meets the M4 of Apex. A bomb plant not enough at this point. MOUZ want more, but they won't get the round. It's an 8th on the Vitality board.
Yeah, this is the most dominant half we've had of the series so far. So this is Vitality showing that pedigree right now. I guess if you're going to have some bad games at Counter-Strike, you want to get it out of the way in the groups. Again, I'm interested to see how the playoff bracket shapes up with some of the upsets that we've had. But you have to go back to Paris, the last time a team who went 3-0 in the Swiss actually won the major. So maybe that's a good omen for Vitality. Navi as well, who turned things around earlier today against the Mongols. Quite a game to start the day. Second timeout from Sykerin. He wants 4 before the break. 3 will not cut it. And this time they've got Torji on the AWP. AKs for everybody. No Exertion, having to work on a Galil. Sets of nades, and they set their sights on that 4th round of play. Do you have a gimmick that you want to play with here? Right? Do you have a set round? This is where it's tough for Exertion, right? The previous tournaments, you go in, you got JO, you got Zelex, you're having a good time, you're going monster mash on the CT side. The numbers that that man was putting up, insane. Like, absolutely insane figures. Like, we're talking donk numbers. Maybe not donk in the major numbers. That is a different kettle of fish entirely.
Yeah, he is literally off the charts. ZywOo partner up for their A defense, app-centric. It's Spinks they might want to try and disrupt here.
This flash won't get them, but it does tell them what's coming.
Fights on 2 fronts simultaneously here. Torji joins Spinks boiler side, and they'll try and take some bracket space off of this. Here comes that clash they've been waiting for. Spinks will swing, meets them both. Infomotion flows for Torji and Zelex. And that's the peak he wanted. ZywOo jumps into Torji's AWP. mezii on this long side. Zelex has got his number, he knows what's up. Perseverance, patience, and rewarded. Zelex, Frolan, everyone on MOUZ connecting. It's what Cyclone wanted off this timeout. A 4th round to work with. Prior to the swap of the sides, Bombs moving back towards A.
Oh, this could be problematic. Apex hedging over as well.
Could get weird.
Surely Torji hasn't dead to rights out apps.
Think, right? His back is turned. Apex arrives on the library side, and yeah, headshot from Zelex puts it all onto the shoulders of Rops, and he's unable to stop him. Zelex with a 3K puts MOUZ in somewhat of a position to put up a fight as we swap sides. 3rd map, it's a decider. Vitality really going to take down MOUZ again.
Stewie's on his own, but look at the time! Look at the time, there's 7 seconds of blood at bomb! They're trying to go pyramid, but there's no more play! Stewie's won the round, we go to overtime!
Is this a return to the norm for Vitality? It's the strongest, most dominant half we've seen across the series, an 8-4 lead as they swap over to the T side.
And the series so far as well, we're 4-1 in the pistols in favor of Vitality. Can MOUZ sneak away their second to make this one a competitive fair on Inferno? They're playing with house money right now. They put up a good face. Does it come to a close, or can you put your Bane away?
Let's enjoy that we put ourselves on the 3rd map. We love Counter-Strike and we also love these games.
Yes, boys.
Yeah?
It's the last fucking half of the day, okay? Let's fucking put in the work.
We love exactly these games.
Yes, it's fucking city side, boys. It's
Exactly, CT side. We've seen plenty of strong CT sides across the Cologne Major. And a pistol would go a long way.
I like this, right? They're not just giving Vitality the space for free. They are just taking quizzical glances. And, well, Torji does cop a goose for his troubles, but slows down the progressions of Vitality. It's a 4-man A stack. It's just going to be 1-man of Brolin over towards B. You can see here highlighted by the Obs team this forward stance. Mezii needs to be careful over on logs. Spots out Brolin top banana. This is the util.
Spots the shoulder, nails the head.
One click.
Spinks is dead.
How the nades come into play. Could just be short molly, moto molly. Short smoke. Moto smoke and a pit molly.
Well, now you've been spotting out Zelix. They're trying to bait him in, though. It's Torji that gets overlooked, now overwhelmed. Turns tail, needs help of exertion, does nail the first one, but now Flamesie's coming for you, needs to track the head, runs out of bullets. He's going for the knife kill. Apex steals it away, but that's Vitality's round. Gets hectic on the way in.
Now 5-1 in the pistols if Vitality don't close from here.
Yeah.
I'll be very surprised. A shift was put in that first half by ZywOo and Robs. The superstars delivering in that fashion. Now it's a chance for the rest of them to stand up and be counted, and Flamesy does exactly that. Opening click. And then it gets sketchy. Exertion doing everything, and they're just having a duel in the middle of the site with knives out. The chuckle into a cheer. As we've got the first kill. Flamesy takes the fight on a Spinks, who was trying to leer down mid. Again, 4 strong on the A start, now becomes 3 with the opening incision. Could have been a tough round, it's hard to see that now. No one's in a position to try and peel one off. Torji in boiler on the line, but mollied off and retains the line for now. Smokes, flashes, they're going to take this space. Torji respects it. He knows he's got support. Remember, this is where the stack is. This is where the stack was.
Uncomfortable, really. He needed Zelix to find something. That Deagle not best suited to the task, so path of least resistance found. I say that, there was an attempt at resistance, just not a single casualty.
Yeah, path of least resistance made.
Yeah.
So exertion.
Look at us doing some quick maths. That's 36 for ZywOo and Robs combined.
Yep.
36 and 12.
So they are putting in a shift, right? This is exactly what you'd want if you're Apex as well. Understand that this team doesn't have to win in this fashion. They have so many players with massive output. For me, Flamesy has been their second best player all year alongside ZywOo.
No doubt.
And he's found them openings in back-to-back rounds, and now, after the board is wiped, it is going to be an eco with just a couple of pistol upgrades. Here's that opener we may have missed. His feet just getting on the ground there with that MAC-10, and a tough one for Torji.
Absent long.
This is where you would expect Vitality just to walk things home. This 11th should be a guarantee. It'd have to go very wrong. With slight util and pistol upgrades, but there you go, absolutely bananas. And then you're going into the first gun round. Torji has kept a little bit of extra cash for the AWP going forward, which could put up a bit of a problem. Otherwise flowing now and looking leisurely as they take this map control. Up next, we've got Furia taking on Bet Boom. It's going to go a whole lot louder in here. Winner of that will be the first team locked in for the Lanxess. At the same time, we'll have Spirit versus 9Z. Oh, okay, well, you got the info there, Exertion, but you're dead, and the side stack, it's this time over towards B. So, pit clear, halls clear, boiler as well. Just going to waltz in. That long smoke will help secure it, and Flamesy is going to be able to catch them on rotation back in. He's playing ahead. MOUZ down 2 with the MAC-10. Can't quite make it the third, but the job is done.
Oh, and they can let him off the leash. He'll go and try and farm up a couple extra $600 kills. It's cost him his MAC-10 and his life.
This is just for fun, really. There's very limited reason to have to kill these players, right? It's not like they're carrying anything through that you care about. And they are having a bit more fun right now. The question will still remain, regardless of result right now, if Vitality are back in the form that they need to be to take on, let's say, Spirit. And we're not going to get to find that out for some time. If Spirit keep up their performance today, they'll have made it the quickest route possible to the arena.
But the Dust2 wobbles, they linger.
Well, it's a big question. Obviously, it's going to depend on who we see them facing tomorrow. That 1-1 bucket today was absolutely stacked. All right, as mentioned, Torji's AWP is out. They are starting 4 strong B. Is this for an actual contest, or is this just a dumb nades?
Oh yeah, perfect nades into the face. mezii cut out of the round. Oh, Exertion. He returned fire through that smoke. He's very lucky to get away with his life there. 1 extra bullet and he's a dead man. Understandably, creates some distance between him and those nades.
A bomb down T stairs will need to be picked up. Flames is coming back over now. Rops is selling a little bit of something over towards A with his presence.
He's going to keep 3 players here. Spinx is going to be behind that smoke as it fades, though.
It's a good job. He's forcing out util. Oh!
Brawlin.
And Xertion's low.
Yeah, after that early spam from Apex, so he is in trouble. Robs confirms Spinx still lingers on the site on A. He's keeping him very, very busy. Torji finally removes him, so now they can rotate, but the site's already lost.
But they smoke coffins and not CT. They've just picked one up.
Smoke perfectly placed by ZywOo. He's not necessarily going to contain them, but you feel like a pillock if you run through that smoke without some team synergy. ZywOo calls banana clear. No need for that flashbang. Apex holds on to it for flamezie's call. To respect the full 20
they don't have a kit. They can't get into this. There's 2, and he's picked that up. Right, he's picked that up there as pushing through. Okay, that's 12.
Wow.
Well, this is how I think everybody was expecting this series to go out the gate. So 12-4, the domination on display. Remember, 11-2 in the head-to-heads. Things have changed this time round with Zelex in the server, but the result looks like it's going to remain the same. 3 gun saves. ZywOo, Apex was just having a glance there to see if he could find anything on the hunt. And the final tactical timeout called. What was working for them well on Dust2 was the tenacity of the CT side, looking for a lot of fights. Having these setups where you're able to clamp down on middle, short, lower tunnels together. Torji might want to take his spawn with the AWP to do something exactly like that. But when your backs are against the wall, you might be considering an aggressive maneuver out the gate. So how slow do Vitality play their role? Great shot from ZywOo. Yeah. That's the kill that essentially opens the site. And then what's he meant to do, right? Exertion's so low. Giving it a good go here today, MOUZ. The fact you won Dust2, the fact you pushed it to a 3rd, respect.
But this Inferno is brutal.
There you go, so he's taking his chances, but punished for it.
Just like that, pops on up, tried his aggress. And ahead of this, ZywOo just wants to fight. Do you dare? Zelex does, swings into ZywOo's crosshair, Spinx to pick up the slack. They're advancing into Exertion and Spinx here on A. Looking to end it efficiently. That's a fight you gotta win. Exertion still able to find Apex through that smoke for the trade. Smoke already broken and he can't find the kill. mezii can! A 3rd map that all will read Vitality. Dominance on display in that 3rd. They'll always have that Dust2. But I think you're right, Chad, it will still read. This is a team MOUZ struggle to beat, even if the roster has changed, even if Brawlin returns just for this major run. He's down, and it's a 13-4, a statement in the 3rd.
That's the result everybody was expecting. For me, this conversation is about MOUZ and pushing that of Vitality. The fact they've gone the distance, major rookie in the server, that's impressive, and it continues to ask questions of Vitality and their form at the major. In victory, they'll take the W, they'll go to the 2-1 bucket, but question